In position, looking forward to this one this afternoon. First look at the Super Saints for us in 2024. Second look at Geelong West. Umpires today, Brendan Beck, Diarmaid Quinlan and Bradley Rankin controlling this one. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Here's Jason Doherty.
So it's going to be Tyler Watts for Geelong West up against Cole in the middle for the Super Saints. And Watts, he taps it on and tries to get a second effort towards it. Goes towards centre wing, a Jang to come across. He leaves it. Russell as well for St Albans, leaves it behind. He gets the handball away from Howarth. Jacob Russell gets it back by hand. Pressure from the Giants. And they see it over the boundary line and we'll have a throw in. Head might organise some trees for Concept Oval to keep the breeze out. It is nice and breezy here this afternoon. You can hear it through the effects mic. We'll get to Birchie shortly for South Point Garden Supplies. Ground update, boundary throw in. Just forward of centre wing for the Giants. Watts in front. Free kick, umpire found a hold. And it is coming back to the Giants. It's going to be Watts who gives it away quickly by hand to David Handley. It goes inside 50. Turn the ball over. I think that might be Miller back there. Phil St Albans taking the mark.
Former Giant. 11 games, 3 goals. Miller, the left footer, across the face of his defensive goal into the left back pocket. And they look to attack through Joe Osborne. He sends it into the waiting arms of a teammate at half back. And now a kick forward away. The mark has been dropped for St Albans. Diving on it and brought to ground is Fraser Robb, the recruit, and he's wrapped up in a tackle. We will get a ball up. Good to see Sammy Wolfenden back. There's umpire waits to get 2 rucks to nominate, and he does. Watts and Cole. Watts winning the tap down, rolling ball. Lovell flicks a handball on the up. Chance here for Geelong West. Taylor in the long sleeves. The kick is okay. And it's marked by Collins, and the skipper's got it for the Giants. There's a lack of atmosphere around this one early, but he'll send a kick to about 25 out from goal, and the mark taken, standing tall. Lockie Horniblow has taken the mark. He's had some sort of season so far. He's had some sort of start to his career. 24 goals from 8 games, 10 goals so far this year, and against the team he debuted against and kicked 6 on debut, picked up the 3 Matherson votes. Kirsch will have a shot at goal to get things underway for Geelong West.
Yeah, you look at kids that come out of the under-18 comps over the last couple of years, and he's one that's really improved every year. Bit of reserves footy early last year, but he's really gone on with his footy, which is great to see. Not his kicking though, Kingy.
He's pushed that badly to the right and through for a minor score. Got very close to the man on the mark. The Giants with the opening score of the contest. Comes 2.5 minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods. We sell the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. Get in there. Get your free fresh seafood for Mother's Day.
A short kick in. Oh, missed the target too. Horniblow's going to try and make amends for it. He gets the handball over the top, goes to the goal square. Miller has to come back, puts a tackle on. There was a hold. The umpire said play on. Giants try and get it back around the corner. Handley right foot kick towards goal. Kicked it. And he turned around, David Handley, and saw he had a bit of space in the right forward pocket, wheeled it over his left shoulder and kicked the goal, and has made St Albans pay for a bad kick in there. They go to 1-1-7. They lead St Albans at yet to score. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, a first quarter scoreboard.
And what I liked about that is they actually fed back the footy twice towards the 50 to a spare player. Normally some players get ball in hand within range and they have a snap, an errant snap over their shoulder, but they actually fed the ball back to some receivers who had a better shot on goal and kicked the goal. So some good plays, some good selfless team play there from Geelong West.
Back in the middle, climbing high. Cole might have won the tap down. Sammy Wolfenden trying to dribble it to himself and take possession, does so. Fires off a handball to Cole. Super Saints will look to go forward. They've built that up nicely. Stretching with the one hand. Hamlin hanger attempt not taken there by Sam Ryan. Ball at ground level for St Albans. Ryan comes again. Now a chance for Cole. He's been good early. High, long ball to the goal square. Moore sets himself for the Giants. Back with the flight. Couldn't take the mark. Chance for Tiddit Nyack. A handball to Moore. Under pressure. Knocked it to a teammate. Chance to get out of trouble, although in the goal square. That's holding the ball against Simon. Doesn't matter. Goal. St Albans have got one early. Quick snap out of the pack. Came from Harrison Cockrell. Coming across from Birregurra, has kicked a goal, and the Super Saints get the quick reply. Goal of the day contender early. Good pressure on the goal line as Cockrell with the snap. And the Super Saints, 1 straight 6. Trail Geelong West, 1-1-7. First quarter, K-Rock, Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Pond scoreboard.
It's a good call, Kingy, because that's where the shot on goal come from, and it was all about the pressure. It could have easily been just an easy rebound 50, but the St Albans forwards were really dire in keeping that ball locked away deep in their forward line, and they got the shot on goal. So really good start by the St Albans forwards.
Quick start by the Swans too, and Anthony Costa, 12 playing 0 over there for South Barwon. Back in the middle here at Concept Oval. Watts can't get it down. Coles there as well. Push past the footy. Little handball back for Geelong West. Lovell to pick it up. He does and gives it away to Handley. He gets the right foot kick out towards half forward. It's okay. Third in line, fourth in line. And that might be Max Schooler, is it? We'll have to get that. I haven't quite got that number, 62. We'll get that ball inside 50 with the kick. St Albans working hard defensively. And they hold it up.
I'm back in that Schooler.
Yeah.
Judging by all the other numbers out there.
And so he might do the ruck work here against Cole as well, deep forward for the Giants. We're about 40 from their goal. He tries to get it down. Cole left it behind as well. Handball by Handley. Russell. Schooler's there as well. He gets it over the top. Little got the handball away. Handley. He was under pressure. Tried to get his kick away. Came forward. Kane Lovell. He goes close to the boundary line and it's going to roll over in the right forward pocket for the Giants. We're going to have a boundary throw in. It's 1-1-7. The Giants. St Albans 1 straight 6 and we've played 6 minutes first term on the Barwon Foods time clock.
Down to you, Birchie, for South Point Garden Supplies. That breeze is an absolute nightmare out of the east.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. It's blowing very strongly across the ground.
Beautiful bit of roving craft at the stoppage from the very talented Tanner Lovell, and he snaps a goal of the day contender, and they get their second of the afternoon. They go to 2-1-13, the Giants. They lead St Albans 1 straight 6, all too easy at the stoppage from the boundary throw in there. Matty Kershaw for the Sporting Globe.
Absolutely, and I saw his starting point on Jacob Russell, and then all he did was gave Jacob Russell just a little bit of craft work, a little bit of body at the stoppage, got himself on the fly, and it went straight down his throat by Tyler Watts, and an easy goal for West. But that's just working at your craft, and that's just knowing how to go about your business at the stoppages. And we said before the game that he's a businessman. He comes to work, and that's what he does, that sort of business.
So back to the middle. Giants a couple of goals to start with. Hitting it down was Cole coming off the wing. Barnes couldn't take it for Geelong West. Handley got it out of the middle for the Giants. Goes towards half forward. It's a 2-on-2. Now it's a 3-on-2. St Albans got an extra player there. Kuduo. He couldn't pick it up. Goes forward. Brogdon's handball back across half back. Russell just had to jam it on the boot, gets it towards half forward. Woofenden comes out, he can't pick it up. The Giants get there, can they turn around? That's a good tackle. Woofenden kept the pressure on. Watts through the middle for the Giants. He gives the handball, a couple of quick handballs running off the back, and a free kick might be paid. Rob goes anyway. The advantage was paid across centre wing. Chain of handballs towards Watts. They muck that up. St Albans coming across, and the Super Saints hold them up on centre wing. And we're going to have a stoppage and a ball up.
Just a little bit of overuse with hands, I reckon, Jace. The breeze is blowing the ball out of their hands, so they probably want to get on the boot a little bit more at the moment.
Watts won the tap down. Jacob Russell, I should say, on hands and knees, has his handball stolen. Quick kick forward by Lovell, wrapped up in a really good tackle with Giovanni at the edge of the centre square. We'll get a ball up. 2-1-13, St Albans 1 straight 6. That breeze is blowing very strong from the east. South Point Garden Supplies. Ruck contest. I reckon there's going to be a free kick going to Tyler Watts, who was unceremoniously dumped. And those very iridescent pink boots, he'll take the free kick and finds a lead and finds it's Horny blown out full chested. And he'll go back and have a shot. Just had Joe Osborne off the bit there, Horny bloke, in taking the mark. And he'll go back and try and rectify an earlier miss. Left of centre, man on the mark, stands about 35-40 from goal. And it is blowing hard here. He will have to start it. Right-hand goal post, although he pushed the other one across the face. So push it out to the right and look to work it back, and he has worked it back beautifully. That has gone straight over the goal umpire's hat. It started outside the right-hand goal post and has curled back beautifully. A wonderful little draw, and you'd be proud of that off the first at Port Arlington. And he puts it through for the third for the Giants. They've just taken control of this contest early. Horny blow with a major. 3-1-19 the Giants. 1 straight 6 in Albans. Opening term action thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds.
He might have been forgiven for not probably giving it as much kingy, because that first one, as you said, went across the face, but he stuck to his guns, he stuck to his process, and it went straight through. But that's their 5th inside forward 50, but more importantly, they've had 2 marks inside forward 50 with those 5 entries.
A big injury concern down here for St Albans with Jacob Russell coming off really...
I know, I've mozzed another one.
Really limping and having a lot of trouble with his left leg.
Back to the mill. Thanks, Birchie. St John of God injury update there. We'll get back to you shortly about that free kick in the middle. Advantage paid for the Giants. Bit of candy from David Handley goes inside 50 again over the head of a couple. Jang coming out from half forward. He's having a rest up there. Oh, great pick up and wheels around. Bit of candy as well. Gets it back to Lockie Taylor off a standing start. Goes to the top, centre half forward style. Ball comes off the top. And now they might be able to get away. Keck runs it through for St Albans, and they're out on the half-back flank with Cole.
They are. Now left foot kick towards half forward and going back with the fight and taking the mark is Geordie Lyons. Tigers boys got it. Left half forward Coots, the short option if he wants to go in that direction, ignores that. Now they've been forced into a slow play with the footy. So he might come back into the middle of the ground to Keck, and he does find him on the centre wicket area. Loops a handball over the top, although the handball made his teammate work, and he's dumped in a tackle unceremoniously. Here's that player, and there's a chance now for, might be Pearson, there's a chance now for the Giants. They've got the footy in the hands of Paddy Eastman at half forward, tried to turn his man Gadd inside out, did so. Now a neat little kick is okay onto the chest of a teammate, and Kelly. Kelly turns and kicks and sends it inside 50, but looking for Cade Lovell, it's fisted away and out of bounds for a boundary throw. And did we confirm that's Pearson wearing number 18?
No, we didn't confirm, but actually, I think it might be Miles Gray.
Pearson's in the 16.
Yeah, yep. So it's Miles Gray, I think, with 18.
We can only work off the list we've been given.
Correct. Boundary throw in, left forward pocket for the Giants. Pack develops, and we're going to have another ball up. We've played 11 and a half minutes in this first turn, Barwon Foods time clock, and ball up. Schooler gets it down. Handley gets wrapped up straight away in the tackle, pushes it back to the umpire, and it was quite indiscriminate. I think it was Brock McDonald who was the person who came over the top there as well. And the free kick.
Good to see Brock McDonald back after missing all last year.
Absolutely. But he has given away the free kick in the left forward pocket for the Giants, and David Handley has a chance for his second of the afternoon already. And let's see if he's learnt from Lockie Horniblow's last kick in. He's going to be kicking across the breeze in the left forward pocket. Drills it out there, brings it back. Very skillful from David Handley. His second of the afternoon, and the fourth for the Giants. They go to 4-1-25. They lead St Albans 1 straight 6, and that is on the Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Hey Birchie, you might as well just give David Handley the Leopold supporters now.
I was just about to say he's moved back into the middle. He's obviously got over his injuries because they've had 5 clearances. He had 3 of them already. David Handley, he's on fire.
He's just walking past us right now. He's very happy with his work so far.
Should be.
Couple of goals. 4-1-25, 1 straight 6. Umpire to put it into the air. And winning the tap down during the ruck work is Schooler this time. McDonald went to go off the ground. Barnes coming off his wing, couldn't take it cleanly. Well done by Schooler. Handball release, but missed little. Pearson, Coots. Chance now for Grigsby to throw it onto the boot inside forward 50. And now taken by Cockrell, the goal kicker for St Albans. It went off the outside of his right boot. The kick to the top of the goal square, but Moore, who was really good last week, finds it. A kick on the bounce for Fenton. Fenton over the top to a Jang. A Jang will look to burst away. Under pressure though, got his kick. His kick though was okay. Put it into the path of Blake Carroll. Carroll under pressure from Gadd, kicks towards half forward, flying for the footy. Osborne, was he being held onto there by Watts? Did really well. Osborne went back and found the footy, but then Watts took him down in a really good tackle. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Like the defensive work there of Joe Osborne, one-on-one.
It was pretty good. He's got a big challenge.
So ball up just inside 50 for the Giants. Grigsby up against Watts. Brock McDonald comes in as well. A Jang gets it away. Short little kick. It was from Lovell to Lovell. Cade goes in board. And it's a good kick too. And finds Carroll. And he's going to shoot for goal from 30 out directly in front.
They're just dominating in all aspects at the moment. St Albans West, they're getting enough ball inside forward 50. They're rebounding with ease out of St Albans forward 50, and they've just got some real good linkage through the middle of the arcs.
So Carroll, 30 out from goal. He has tried to bring it back with the breeze, but just like my 3-iron, has missed it to the right-hand side and through for 1 behind.
He uses a 3-iron.
I was going to say, 3-iron into the trees.
I love it. 4-2-26 the Giants. St Albans 1 straight 6, 14 and a half played in the first term. Harvey Norman, K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Gad with a long kick in, looking for Grigsby. Horny blow there. It's cleared the pack, and the rolling ball will head towards the boundary line. Chance here for Cade Lovell. He receives a handball and gives it on the bounce. More just a fumble, but time to recover. Kick from the middle was a real floater. Rolling ball will end up with a Jang, though, in the centre wicket area. He goes laterally with the kick, well weighted. Fenton fires it forward. A handball. It just missed its target. Asked a bit of Lockie Taylor. Osborne came the other way, provided good pressure. He's been good at Joe Osborne early, despite his team trailing by 20. Got it to the boundary line. Not out now it is. And we'll have it thrown into play. So as we got told in the pre-game, Cooper Schwartz, son of David, has joined St Albans, the Melbourne champion, running around in the twos. Not as big as the old man, but hopefully one that can develop here at the Super Saints.
Boundary throw in. Grigsby gets it down to the side. Roved handball. That came for the Giants across centre wing, and they get a chain of handballs towards half forward. Oh, great pick up by K-Rock's own. Max Kelly gives it away to a Jang. His right foot kick inside 50. Didn't hit Collins as the target. And Tanner Lovell couldn't keep it in either. It's in the right forward pocket at the northern end. And we're going to have another boundary throw in.
Considering the breeze, there hasn't been that much play on this broadcast wing.
Yeah.
Ball back into play, right forward pocket for the Giants. Ball was allowed to hit the ground. Kelly did the roving quick snap around the body. It's over the head of Collins and Miller and out of bounds for a boundary throw in at the Northern or Primary School end here at St Albans Reserve. Opening quarter action. We've gone 16 minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you on the road in North Geelong. We'll stay around the grounds for Leopold's Sporties this afternoon. GDFNL and GFNL action. Boundary throwing. Grabbed out of the ruck by Horny blow after his opponent slipped over, and then he was taking a tackle, taking another tackle by Coots. Ball spilled out. Gadd a handball over the top when looking for Gray. Missed him. Barnes was good. Handball to Tanner Lovell. Lovell a handball to the run provided from behind from Ty Evans. Evans short little kick. No mark taken. Umpire says play on. Ball gets locked up underneath the pack. It's not coming out of there, and it's actually holding the ball against the Giants, against Horny blow. He did drag it in, actually. The free kick to be taken for the Super Saints by Zach Larkins, one of their off-season additions coming across from Newtown and Chill. Played a game with the Falcons last year, or year before.
So they get it around the boundary line. Keck got it to Wolfenden. He goes short to Brogdon, takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50 for the Super Saints. He's looking to go short just outside half back, but he now goes back and he's going to try and switch the play and come to the opposite side back pocket. It's all right. Get a short little kick. Came from Gadd, go towards Miles Gray, right on half back, and right near the boundary line he goes towards Grigsby. He goes up, the big fella can't take the mark, needs some support, shuffled the handball out, it was all right. They got it backwards now to Lyons. He goes back to Wolfenden off a standing start, goes wide, it's okay, and taking the mark here's Tom Brooks.
Zigzagging their way up, aren't they?
Yeah, like Australia 2 tacking into the breeze. He's ceded some ground. That was a dangerous kick. The mark wasn't taken by Gadd, but he recovered well. Kick out wide for Keck, and the former grubber has it at right, left half back. His kick okay in the end, got to Howie Howarth, who marks on his chest. Handball release back to Keck. Keck now will send the Super Saints inside forward 50. Bailey Coots is his target. From behind, couldn't mark over Barnes. Ball at ground level. McDonald trying to knock it to advantage. The two number 6s, McDonald and Nyack. McDonald was good, kept his composure, and his kick backwards was good for Brogdon, who releases a handball. Russell back out on the ground, good sign. Now we're looking for Coots, too much on the kick. Barnes getting back off his wing, has taken the mark for the Giants. Will hold things up, wants Tanner Lovell, asks a lot. Keck over the top, brought it to ground level. Handball on the up was okay. Hanley out of trouble after receiving from Fraser Robb.
Go in the middle now, and they're away as well, and the ball goes to Evans. He goes forward and over the back, good kick and good mark, good positioning, Pat Eastman, and he's taken the mark about 25 metres out directly in front, Patrick Eastman.
Kingy, as you said, Jacob Russell returned to the field. He was in a lot of discomfort with his left knee, the outside region, but he's not moving freely, but he's back out there testing it out.
Thanks, Birchie. St John of God injury update there. We put you first at St John of God, and they need Jacob Russell out on the ground, that's for sure. The Super Saints, Eastman comes in, right foot kick, and he has hit that nicely. Put that through for his first of the afternoon, and the fifth for Geelong West. They go to 5-2-32. They lead St Albans 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
Chase, normally you see a side that is sort of struggling a little bit and they try to overpossess the ball, in which they did then. They're trying to get ball in hand, which is okay. It's not too bad to do that, but you've got to have some sort of methodology moving the ball forward, whereas I felt on that occasion, and we said they were zigzagging, it wasn't really a deep inside forward 50, it was a shallow inside forward 50, but they probably had 11 possessions to get to that forward 50, so they just probably needed to play a little bit more direct. St Albans play to their strengths, get it to their forwards and just give themselves a chance inside forward 50 rather than over-possessing the ball coming through the different parts of the ground.
Back in the middle, Grigsby went early. Watts didn't. One that tapped down out the front of the stoppage was Tanner Lovell. Got away from McDonald and then sent a kick towards right half forward, taken nicely on the bounce. Well played there by Carroll. Tried to turn his man inside out with a handball on the up to Watts. Had his kick well smothered. Falls back to Carroll. Little don't argue, and then a neat little kick over the top is okay. Is that Hanley taking the mark? It is. Or is it out of bounds? No, in fact, it's out of bounds. And we'll get a boundary thrown. And that breeze has really whipped up out of the east. Good luck trying to get a decent surf in today. 27-6. Cryo leads in the lead. Could the reigning premier be 1-5? Yep, they could be. Ball.
That 50 for the Giants. Out comes towards Watts, gives it away to where Jang tried to get on the right. Goes across the face of goal. Horny bloke gave him a lead. Great pick up. Went right, went left. Can he get around? He can. Kick back in board, but the Super Saints have got some numbers there. And a handball it through. Brockton gets it to McDonald on the half volley. Got it away. Gray just tried to take on the tackle. Lost the football. Russell comes back to help out. Gray gives it away again. McDonald gets it up towards half forward. No mark taken. Turnover. Could be in danger now. Handball. Eastman got it towards Lovell. Usually pretty good with the skill and has kicked the goal. Tanner Lovell shows everything there for his second this afternoon. And the Giants have cracked it open. 6-2-38 they lead. St Albans 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman. K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard and the expert share. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryder Street, Geelong. Here's Kirsch.
What I'm liking about the way West are moving the ball, we spoke about the two different styles of play. They really do just give it to the open player, get the ball inside forward 50 and give themselves a chance. Now, we talk about Lovell and his ability to win the ball, but it's his clearance work. They're absolutely smashing them in the clearances at the moment, and they've only won the 3 clearances, or 2 clearances, St Albans, to 10 to Geelong West, and the scores from clearances have been astronomical, so they're going to have to tidy up that area, St Albans.
Back in the middle, Watts and Cole go at it. Russell doing the roving, had his handball deflected, but it deflected back to him in the end. Jams it on the boot, clears over the head of Fraser Robb. He'll be first back there though, takes the footy and gets a handball back on the bounce. Symes, a fumble. That just gave time for Cole to put some pressure on Barnes, who caused a spillage, although they've come up with it through Fraser Robb. He's brought to ground in a tackle. It's not coming out. Pearson, one of those, laying that tackle, and along with the work of Tommy Brooks in the long sleeves, we'll get a ball up at right half forward. AFL Bowen TV. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast this afternoon as you are through carrockfootball.live. For our listeners, tapped down by Watts back towards the boundary line and out of bounds, socked out by Tanner Lovell. We'll get a boundary throwing right at the interchange bench, being occupied by Greg Mellor and his cohort of West assistant coaches and staff.
Not sure what Pops Kelly does that, Kingy. Just stands and talks to everyone by the look of it.
This breeze is one of the worst we've encountered, as we get a boundary throw in and a push in the ruck contest going, the umpire's pointed the wrong way and it's gone to Watts. He gives a handball off to David Hanley. David Hanley goes one way, then the next, a handball back to Watts. Watts a dinky little kick that went 2 metres. The Barnes had to knock into the path of Tanner Lovell. It's not clean footy at the moment. Handball a little wrapped up by Howarth out of bounds, and a boundary throwing just in front of Jane Birchie's boundary side for South Point Garden Supplies. Birchie, that breeze is an absolute nightmare, blowing straight into everybody's face on the western side of the ground.
It certainly is, and I think it's a little bit magnified with you having a bit of elevation there. It's going right into your window there and through our effects mic.
Yes, thanks Birchie. Thanks for reminding us about that. We know, we can smell it down here. That's good, and it's freezing as well. Now Russell, they got it away. Wolfenden, his handball went to Brooks. He tried to keep it in, and in the end he had to have some help from Howarth to come across, from Brogden to come across and help him out, and he saw it over the boundary line for St Albans. So throw it on centre wing. 23.5 played, first turn, Barn Foods time clock.
Lara 19 lead, Newtown and Chilwell 13.
Boundary throw in for Watts. Gets it down to himself, does his own roving work, goes with a right foot kick to half forward. Ball spills away from the contest. Little's handball on the up to a Jang was great. 60 out and closing. Tried to drill the ball towards Horny Blow. He's going to have to put the tackle on. Gray tried to give the handball away. Miller under pressure as well for St Albans. A couple of Giants coming in. Carroll as well for Geelong West, and they lock it up inside the forward 50 at the left forward pocket for the Giants. They lead 38-6.
Ball put into the air. Schooler winning the tap down, hitting the pack at pace was Max Kelly, forced to spillage, but Keck picked it up. Handball release was good. Brogdon driving a ball towards half back. It's a bouncing ball though. It was attacked nicely there. Might have been Cordello. Got a handball on the up, but they've turned it over, although the quick kick around the corners landed on the chest of Wolfenden. Sammy goes short to left half back, and that might be Ryan with a very luscious mop of hair,
isn't it?
Oh, he'll go short back to Wolfenden, and they just control the footy for the moment, trailing by 32 points. Wolfenden wants to go from the point of the square, right half back to left half back to right half back. Gray chip over the top, too much on it for Howarth. It'll roll into the path of Barnes. Barnes gave it to Hanley, who's brought his own share in this afternoon, but he goes short with a kick to K-Rock's own Max Kelly. Kelly laterally to Lovely, just toying with him at the moment. Handball on the bounce. Evans just checks his kick into the pocket, looking for Schooler, and he missed him, and it rolls through from behind. He was trying to get every intention there. Ty Evans could have had a shot, but he wanted to get Max Schooler into the game. He missed to the right, through for a minor score. Margin is 33, and this game has been shot to bits by the 25-minute mark of the opening term.
Keck. The kicking in duties this time for St Albans. Comes broadcast side. More way better in the contest, and goes laterally to Hanley, who is just taking it out at the moment, and he goes.
Does anyone like get earring, Jace?
And did he have a shower last night or this morning?
Does he have Jason Horne-Francis on his family tree?
Must have. Gee whiz.
I don't know. Tell me this, if a player's getting a touch every 30 seconds, wouldn't you go near him? Just stand on him, Jace.
You'd think so.
Someone, please.
Well, he got it into the arms of Ethan Little, who's going to have a shot for goal in the right forward pocket, 20 metres out. He was pretty happy straight away, Ethan, too, as he's put it through for the 7th for Geelong West. They go to 7-3-45. They lead St Albans 1-6. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
Before we come to you, Kirsch, for Leopold Sporties, what the hell is going on at Anthony Costa Oval? South Barwon 43 leads St Mary's 6.
Must be the wind.
What's an easterly? It's going straight across the ground.
Must be the wind. I don't know.
There might be a big comeback in the last quarter.
It may be slightly favouring the swimming pool end. No,
nah, the other end. It would be
the other end.
Yeah, I reckon if it's going this way,
more southeasterly.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Wow,
Gracious.
Tell you what, if they're going against the wind, they're in trouble. Imagine that.
Back in the middle, here's Little again after the ruck contest. Short kick to Barnes. Run coming off half back from Ty Evans. Evans' kick was an absolute scrambly one to half forward. Horny bloke coming up, couldn't take it. Cole couldn't take it cleanly for St Albans either. Fighting for it, Osborne. Brought to ground. Surely got a shove in the back. Umpire said play on. Cole, who's lost his shoulder strapping, got it up to Keck, and they can't keep it alive at the boundary line. It's out of bounds right under the scoreboard that for Harvey Norman shows St Albans 1-6. The Geelong West Giants 7-3-45. Unfortunately, this game has been blown away with the easterly that is absolutely going to blow us out of this box, Jace.
Boundary throw in. Lovell. What are we doing? We're going to Buckley's after half-time. Ball is wrapped up in the tackle. That was Ethan Little who got up and got it back to the... In fact, it was out of bounds over the line, so boundary throw-in, and we'll have one now. Watts pushed past by Cole, but he got it to Lovell, who gets it away to Barnes, and they go inside 50 again with the torpedo over the back. Howarth under pressure, just dropped the footy. Umpire said player came back to him. Miles Gray over the top of him. Osmond's there as well, and the ball now tries to get out. The handball from McDonald just out wide, looking for Miller, who is pushed over the boundary line with the footy by Collins, and whenever boundary thrown in the right forward pocket for the Giants. They lead 7-3-45. St Albans 1-6. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
It's going to be a long afternoon for the Super Saints, I think, unfortunately. They got that early goal and we thought competitive contest, but I don't think it's going to prove to be that way. They are fighting hard. Here's a chance to get out of traffic now, and Gray will pump a long ball towards the outer wing. Big fly over the top. No mark taken, though, for the Super Saints. So Ryan coming through, try to attack the loose footy. He'll get a free kick, surely taken high. Will get a free kick as Evans was a bit indiscriminate Ryan quickly can go short to Cordello, had to wait for it, but had time, and then a handball to the run of Howarth, but it was just beyond his grasp, and Howarth is just going to be outpointed here, taken nicely by Cade Loveloy. Howarth laid a good tackle. Eastman came in for the Giants. Cordello held him up, and he actually stole it away, Cordello, and then jammed it on the boot to the middle of the ground and kicked it straight into the waiting arms of Ty Evans, who's coming off a big one last week. 32 touches, 8 marks against Bell Park for Kerrs Hire.
Goes towards centre half forward. Schooler couldn't take it. Osborne can break away, and short little kick was okay. And finds his teammate there in Nathan Cole. Goes to the outer side, running off half back. And get it free. Gadd goes with the kick in towards centre half forward. Watts getting back there to help out for the Giants. Loses the football. Evans there as well. He gets the handball out wide. And now Barnes off a step goes towards centre wing with the kick. Horny blowing a long lead. Great pick up as well. He came back left with the handball to Watts. He's towards Nyack. He gets it away, and they're way too easy through the middle for the Giants. They go inside 50 again. No mark taken by Cordello. Falls in the arms of Eastman, and can he bring it back around with the wind? He can. He just chipped it up like a nice little wedge, and the breeze brought it back, and he has kicked his second, and this is getting a bit ugly for the Super Saints here at the moment. The Giants have their 8-3, 51. They lead St Albans 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Jason, we talked about a bit of methodology before by St Albans. It looks like every time they get ball between centre half back and centre, they're looking left and right rather than keeping the ball in the corridor and going forward with the ball. They've done it a few times on that occasion, and they're getting themselves into all sorts of trouble before they get inside forward 50. So I'm really struggling to find their sort of style and their methodology going forward.
Cole won the tap down in the middle for the Super Saints. Barnes coming off his wing, couldn't take it for the Giants. Cole overran the footy, hands and knees. Barnes tried to get a handball to Little. Fighting for it was Ben Wolfenden. Here's Sam Wolfenden trying to jam it on the boot. Couldn't. Little, a handball into space. Said to Fraser, Rob, run onto this and try and create something. Little's down in back play for St John of God. Caught one to the head, I reckon. Birchie, keep an eye on that. Nyack at left half back, quarter time. But the interest is in Ethan Little right now, who's he's actually just got his head up. He's maybe waiting for a free kick that's never going to come, and a quarter of dominance from the Geelong West Giants has come to an end. They kicked the first goal of the contest thanks to the work of Dave Handley. Cockrell got one back for the Super Saints. Jacob Russell, I should say, is in a world of hurt with that left knee for St John of God. We put you first, and then it was 7 goals on the bounce, and the Giants have put this one to bed at quarter time. 8-3-51. St Albans at 1 straight 6. Opening quarter action from here at Concept Oval has the Geelong West Giants all over the top of the Super Saints. What a time at Concept Oval, and it is Geelong West who are all over St Albans in this opening term. 8-3-51 to 1 straight 6. The margin is 45 points. We were 1 goal apiece after the 4-minute mark, but from that point on it was total Giants dominance, and I suspect some of the numbers for Kerr's Hire that you're keeping. Kirsch, tell us about that dominance in the stats.
Yeah, absolutely, and as we said at the start of the game, it all starts in the middle of the ground, and that's where it's all happening at the moment with the midfielders. They're getting right on top of the stoppages. They're 16-5 in clearances, and those clearances are resulting in inside forward 50s, and more importantly, they're resulting in scores. The inside 50s are 18-5, but marks inside forward 50 only 4-0. But the most important aspect is that the midfielders, Lovell and obviously Handley, got off the chain that many times. Lovell had 14 possessions, 6 clearances and 5 inside forward 50s himself, including a goal. David Handley's had 2 goals himself. I haven't got his stats, but he would have that and a little bit more on Tanner Lovell. They just need to man up a little bit, St Albans, and those figures are absolutely dominating Geelong West way.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Good work by you, of course, keeping your stats for Kerr's Hire, and of course in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Earlier today, the Cats well beaten in VFLW action out at Deakin. Collingwood 6-7-43 defeated the Cats 1 behind. AFL 22 minutes played in the second term at UTAS Stadium in Launceston. Hawthorn 6-2-38, St Kilda 4-4-28. So the Hawks 10 points up there, looking for back-to-back wins after taking down the Doggies. What's happening in the GFL the rest of round 5, Jace?
Yes, St Joey's 20 lead Bell Park 1, Colac 39 lead North Shore 7, Leopold 28 lead Grovedale 13, Newtown and Chilwell 27 lead Lara 26, and South Barwon 43 lead St Mary's 12.
Birchie, standing next to Ethan Little. I don't know whether you're going to get Ethan for a quick couple of words or not. He can be a little bit shy, Ethan, sometimes. I don't think a microphone is his biggest friend, but I think you're going to try and get Greg Mellor for a quick couple of words. We'll go down to you, Birchie, as you try and get the thoughts of the West coach from that opening quarter of action. Down to you, Birchie.
Greg, you're really happy with the teamwork there, and obviously building a lot of that, those forward entries off really good, strong defence.
Yeah, look, it's important. It's a big ground, and if we make sure we get our defence right and our contest right, then that allows us to be able to move the ball on offence. And I felt like for large periods of that first quarter was pretty pleasing. And
the skill level's been pretty high, really, considering the breeze that is coming across the ground. It's really strong, but it hasn't really affected your players' skills too much, and they're hitting targets by hand and foot.
Yeah, I think the thing is when you have high work rate and you have numbers around the contest, that when the pressure comes, you've got an outlet to give the football to, and if you've got some outlets in and can get your uncontested game up and going, then you can move the ball without as much pressure put on you.
And just what would be the one thing that you're looking for from your team this quarter?
Well, I want to see if they can take it up another level with their work rate. I really want to see our mids work hard both ways. Sometimes when you get a good start like this, the people start to run forward and want to play forward footy. If that happens, St Albans will outscore us this quarter. So I'm looking forward to. I want to see a real spike in that.
Excellent. Good luck for the rest of the game, Greg.
Greg Mellor there with Jane Birch, South Point Garden Supplies. Birchie is very much braving that wind out there. As well around the grounds for Leopold Sport is your complete family venue, 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. You've got some GDFNL scores in front of you, Jace.
Yes, round 6, Corio 29 lead Inverleigh 15, Belmont 25 lead Winchelsea 14, Werribee 47 lead Bannockburn 19, Belpost Hill 18 lead Anarchy 12, East Geelong 34 lead Geelong West 3, and North Geelong 23 lead Thompson 14.
Joey's 20, Bell Park 1, Colac 39, North Shore 7, Leopold 28, Grovedale 13, Newtown 27, Lara 26, and St Mary's 12, Trail South Barwon 43. Carrock Mirrors Business Class Finance second quarter. We're underway. Here's Jace.
Yes, a ball up for Watts, and also Cole, Wolfen and Ajang meet the ball, and they hold it in there, so it's going to be a secondary bounce. Watts gets it down to Ajang. Wolfen puts the tackle on, but he got it away to Watts, and now they're running through the middle of the Giants. They go inside 50 again with the ball. It's over the back of the pack. It came from David Handley and pushed off the football pretty easily. Was Horny blow in the end. The umpire says play on. Goes to St Albans. Russell, who's working with that little knee injury, goes short. Brogden's handball all sets. Keck a task. He has to get it away quickly, and then he moved it. They were okay in the end. Gadd got it away in the middle.
He gave a handball over the top to Pearson. This is good build-up here. McDonald flew with the one hand, but couldn't reel it in. Moore, who's been really solid this season, a handball. Taylor confronted, but then steps around Brooks and then goes short with the kick. It's hacked out of mid-air by Bailey Brogden, but into the path of Tanner Lovell, whose handball missaw Giovanni. Coming the other way, working hard was Gadd. Chance for Tanner Lovell, though. Gave it over the top. Kelly runs to just outside 50, pulls a kick for Horniblow, pulled it too much. And Joe Osborne, judging it best, has taken the mark for the Super Saints left back pocket. Southern, or Buckley's end of the ground. Opening quarter, second quarter action thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. A high kick to half back. Brooks did well to actually spoil Riley Moore, who was setting himself to mark for the Giants. Taylor, chicken wing, but got a kick away. Cole, handball release through traffic. A little dribbling ball from Pearson wasn't great, and they're going to come up with the Giants. Taylor, Moore, Moore's low kick will get through three players and out the back for Keck. Gave a handball off. Pearson to Cole. Super Saints forward.
Does, but he unfortunately finds Riley Moore, who's Geelong West was just out again. I know he's taken 3 or 4 of those, but he turns the ball over.
He's not allowed to kick, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
It's a turnover king.
Takes the mark at left half forward. He chips the ball over the top. Sam Wolfenden takes the mark just inside the centre square. Called to play on now, goes around his mark. So he goes along with the kick into the pocket. It's a wobbly kick, and who should be there? It's Riley Moore. Is he wearing a St Albans jumper?
It's his third intercept mark for the quarter.
There you go, and he takes it in the back pocket. So, but his kicking has let him down a little bit. He wants to go across the face of goal. Oh,
he gives him a chance.
Oh, dangerous, but it was okay in the end. Codd takes the mark and just getting the man back on the mark. He goes short. They go around the boundary line. Ty Evans takes it at half back.
He received it from David Hanley, who's been racking them up for Kerrs higher. A kick to the wing that carried the pack. Jang tried to run onto the footy, so did saw Giovanni. Good pressure from Russell. A Jang handball on the up. Here it is Lovell running with the advantage. A Jang got up a bit sore. Lovell ran to 50. Open goal square. Horny blow back with the flight. Took the mark. Good build up on that outer wing from the Giants, and Horniblow, who had a day out on debut against the Super Saints last year, kicking 6, looking for his second of the afternoon here. He's left of centre, man on the mark about 12 metres from goal. Manuel Ajang just got up a little bit sore, Birchie, not moving freely, and he is heading in our direction, not whether sure he's coming to the bench or not, as Horniblow steps and snaps and goals. So this is all a little bit too easy here at Concept Oval for the Giants. 9-3-57, they lead by 51 points. St Albans 1 straight 6, and Lockie Horniblow has his second of the afternoon, 12th of the season, and they are all over them, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe.
They are, and when you get Hanley, Ajang, Lovell in your chain coming from your defensive half into your forward 50, the result can only be a goal, I guess, Jace, when you got that trio getting the ball into you. But I watched Sam Wolfenden at the start of this quarter, and he was the one who took responsibility of Hanley, and Hanley just seems to be still getting off the chain around the ground, so Wolfenden's going to have to really tighten up on him.
Speaking of all over them, Joey's 38, Bell Park 1.
Tanner Lovell's come to the bench. I understand, Birchie, that you just might want to double check. I think he's got leather poisoning.
I was just thinking that you're giving Hanley a big rap, but Lovell has been absolutely everywhere.
Secondary bounce in the middle, comes back towards Ajang. Hanley gets it away, and they go now inside 50. Little, worked beautifully. Got to the right foot kick, tried to bring it back with the breeze, but couldn't do so. And it was a bit of a spearing kick towards goal as well. And he got only one behind, so they go to 9-4-58. The Giants, they lead St Albans 1 straight 6, and is on the Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock second quarter scoreboard. So we've got a bit going on off the footy here, and it's against Collins, and it's going to go to Benny Miller, his former teammate. So Miller's got it just inside defensive 50, so they get a bit of relief. It's not a 50-metre penalty as such, but they get about 35 metres that they didn't have. Miller wants the middle of the ground. It has to be a well-weighted kick, and it is onto the chest of Brogden, who marks. Back edge of the centre square, Bailey Brogden with the footy. He drives a long ball towards half-forward running Brock McDonald, but Codd, Hamlin, hanger, contender, good stretch. Took a really nice mark, and then turned and kicked towards the wing, stretching Barnes over the top. Wanted
wants to play on quickly, just got held up for the moment, and then he turned and kicked towards forward 50. Collins sets himself. Good spoil came from Miller. Miller then found the footy, but was dumped by Collins to ground. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Second quarter action thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. Second quarter scoreboard, asset finance by Geelong people. For Geelong people, call 1300 4 Morris. Great to catch up with Nathan Murray and the team during the week.
So now Scorer went up with the ruck, and from the ruck contest, Saw Giovanni got one high after the ball came to ground. So he's going to take a free kick right on 50. And this is going to take some kicking with the breeze across him. He's going to go short. Oh, David Handley. He seriously mustn't have showered this morning.
There is no Wombat Gully Plant Farm match-up for him.
No, there's not.
He's matched up with Wombat Gully. They're standing at Wombat Gully, I think, playing on him down the road.
On the line, buying some Mega Panthers.
Buying some Mega, but you're an idiot. So Handley now, 50 out from goal. He drives it to the top of the square. Horny blow over the back, falls to the front. Miller for St Albans. Got the handball free. They just want to clear the 10-metre square. Handley can't take the mark, drag him. Pearson got one high. Umpire was blindsided, didn't see it.
Surely one of the two should have seen it.
That was terrible by Handley. He dropped the mark.
Yeah, drag him. He's only had 43 possessions. 50 out from the Giants' goal. Yeah, Watts gets it down. Comes back towards Tyler. He just nearly kicked Ethan Little in the foot. He goes up, short little kick. Oh, K-Rock zone takes the mark at half forward. Max Kelly.
Gave us a little nod on the way down.
Oh, did he? He loves it, doesn't he? Signing autographs at half time.
He likes his chances too. I don't know, really, with this breeze, but
You'd need to start at left-hand goalpost.
somewhere, absolutely. Nah.
He sends it on its way to about 15 out from goal. They'll fly, goes through hands, back of the pack, chance for Horny blow. That's holding the ball, surely. He's going to get a free kick. That's surely a free kick for holding the ball. He dropped it in the tackle. The tackle, though, continued on, and Horny blow wins himself a free kick. Oh.
He let the umpire know, though, didn't he? Like, arms spread.
Arms out, yeah. Arms akimbo. And in the right forward pocket, Lockie Horniblow a chance for his third. He's burst onto the scene. He's averaging 3 goals a game, which in today's GFL footy is quite a feat. He's going to go with the left foot. He steps out, snaps on the left. Will the breeze do enough? No. Across the face, through for a minor score. And the margin is 53. Horniblow with 2 goals, 2.
No Darcy Lang on the left.
9-5-59 the Giants. 1 straight 6 in Albans. Second quarter's gone 8 minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
The ball kicked in. Finally found a St Albans player, and that was Zach Larkins. They get it over the top towards half back. They've got some numbers. They run in numbers. Cordillo tried to get the ball back in ball, but they missed the target. Or got a high tackle too. David Handley. Wolfen went to him close. The umpire said play on. Handball came over the top. Cole left it behind for St Albans. Russell's in there fighting hard for it. He gets it away to Wolfen again, who got a kick as he got slung in the tackle. Still on centre wing. Pack develops. Umpire will have to come in and ball it up, and he will. And on centre wing on the outer side, it's 9-5-59 the Giants. They lead St Albans 1 straight 6, and we have played nearly 9 minutes on the Bowen Foods second quarter time clock.
Second term action thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. Call 1300 4 Morris. Tapped down by Watts. Roving saw Giovanni tried to release Little into space, but he missed him, and he only found Jacob Russell, who turned and kicked, and found Pearson hugging the boundary line, marking on the chest. Takes the mark. Finds himself involved with the Sinkinson clan, does Pearson. Famous name here at St Albans. A long, high ball coming up, but no mark taken there by Cockrell, the only goal kicker for the Super Saints, and they can attack from half back here, the Giants. Little, David Handley, just dinks a little kick into the waiting arms of Symes. The veteran's got it at half back now, a kick to the middle, finds Eastman a handball release, and they'll kick through Rob to right half forward. Collins just beyond his grasp, couldn't reel it in, it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Giants. They lead by 53, 9-5-59 St Albans. 1 straight 6 will go around the ground shortly for Leopold Sporties, but here on Carrick Footy's Jason Doherty.
So boundary throwing.
We talk about the moth, Jace, who likes the K-Rock games. We've had this umpire 3 weeks in a row.
Loves it.
Boundary umpire.
Loves it. No Lamal.
No Lamal.
Where is Lamal? Ball. Saw Giovanni gets chopped off. The ball back to Coots for St Albans. Where is umpire Lamal? We need umpire Lamal.
St Joseph's 51, Bell Park 2. Ouch.
Good on you, Birchie. You picked Bell Park. Well done. Grigsby, Watts gets it.
Thanks for that.
Ball, Grigsby again followed up for St Albans. Now Little through the middle for the Giants. Gets it away. Handball Handley. He gave it to the top to Carroll. He's wrapped up by 2 St Albans players. Miller in front does well. Keck picks it up for the Super Saints. Handball had to sit and wait. The ball came to Larkins. They're out the other side. Well, it's it. Oh, that's a push in the back. Oh, umpire said play on. You got to push in the back. Did he fall over, Tom Cordillo? But still inside the Giants forward 50. Coming out. That's a push in the back level. Wow, that was a push in the back. He missed the first one. He got the second one.
Wrong team, though.
And,
and Tommy Cordello is telling the umpire all about it, saying, how did you miss mine? And you've paid that.
The orange number 4 versus the black number 4, and the orange one out.
Yep.
So he's going to take a free kick, Tanner Lovell. He's kicked 2 goals this afternoon. He goes short over the top, and K-Rock zone. He wants a little bit of me time, and he's taken the mark in the left forward pocket at the southern end of Concept Oval.
Told them all to settle.
St Mary's 20, South Barham 43.
Here we go. So
Newtown 41, Lara 33 in an entertaining clash.
Competitive.
Max plays on around the mark, goes for goal, and has missed it, and one behind. So K-Rock's on it. Gets one behind. They go to 9-6-60. Geelong West. St Albans 1 straight 6. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock's second quarter scoreboard.
Big short kick into the right back pocket will come across the face of goal to Russell. Russell short and finds Bailey Brogdon, and they just have possession for the moment. Can they hit a target on the way out? Oh, gee, dangerous, but Larkins did well on the juggle. Took a really nice mark in the end. Actually, a Hamlin hanger contender, and then goes wide with the kick and finds Keck. Keck can chick one over the top. Joe Osborne working hard, but they've had 7 possessions and they're still in their back third of the ground. A long ball to the wing, flying Cockrell. Watts on the juggle, took the mark, just judged at best the experience of Tyler Watts. Short kick, saw Giovanni, called to play on, wants the corridor, and found a teammate in Carroll, although spoil for McDonald was good, and at the front of the pack he did well. McDonald got a handball on the up to Coots. He won a free kick. Will the advantage be paid? It will be. Russell, no, coming back, there was advantage, and they had Cockrell out too, so they've been robbed Geelong style there.
Oh, please don't.
No, actually, looking back on that one from Geelong last night, I can see why the umpire, with a scrambled kick going forward, decided that he would call it back. Would have set up an entertaining finish with a 1-point ball game, though, with a couple of minutes to play. Brock McDonald started in the long sleeves, now in the short sleeves, which I think Fletcher Keck did as well. Short kick to another long sleeve one in Gadd. He dropped what he should have taken. Time to recover laterally to Larkins. In front of our best seats in the house for APCO service stations. A short kick, and the mark taken by Big Grigsby. Grigsby on the left, sends it to half forward. This is a good build-up, and Ryan coming up has taken the mark.
So Ryan at left half forward for the Super Saints. Needs something inside 50. Drives the ball long towards the square. Oh, they line up, the Giants. Evans takes the mark, plays on, switches the ball to the outer side. Will it sit for Eastman though? Can he keep it in? He tried to. Russell was there as well. Russell did well. Cordillo got the kick around the corner, only as far as Nyack. He lost the football on the tackle. Russell kept going. He gets a clearing little kick towards the goal, and quite happy to see it through for a rush behind to the home side. They go to 1-1-7. They trail Geelong West 9-6-60, and that's on the Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Cod short into the right back pocket to Little. Little will go back to the goal square to Cod, and they'll try and change the angles. Cod into the left back pocket with a kick that did no favours there for Cade Lovell. Russell got involved. He's working very hard, Russell, but he saw again back play. There's going to be a free kick, I reckon, too high, being paid to the Super Saints. And I think that's going to be Geordie Lyons getting the free kick. But gee, Jacob Russell's body has copped an absolute battering in this first quarter and a half. Keep an eye on him, Birchie, as he tries to get to his feet and suck in the big ones. He's got the hands well and truly above the head, trying to find some air. And Geordie Lyons tight in the right forward pocket. This is a tough kick. This has to start right-hand goalpost at worst. He sends it on its way. It's not a bad effort. I reckon he's kicked it. That's a fantastic goal. With the breeze working across his shoulder, Geordie Lyons has found a cracking finish for the Super Saints, their first goal since the 4-minute mark of the opening term, and he kicks his first of the season and second of the afternoon for the Super Saints. 2-1-13, plays 9-6-60 second quarter action thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. It's asset finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300-4-MORRIS.
Well, the positive you've got to take out of that is when they had that 7 possessions in their back half, and then Larkins finally got that ball on centre wing. They had 3 disposals just into their forward 50, and they've locked it in there, which is the most important part they can take out of that. Get the ball in quick. Once you're in the corridor, stay in the corridor. Get your ball moving forward inside forward 50. Give yourselves a chance.
McDonald takes out the ruck contest. He's not allowed to, I don't think, is he? No. Grigsby was going up, so Watson's going to take the free kick for Geelong West. Drives it to centre half forward. Lead. Horny blow comes out. Oh, good mark. Hamlin hanger on a long lead. Great mitts. And he takes it. He's 55 out. He's called to play on. Umpire says play on. He goes out wide with the kick. It's okay. Barnes takes the mark for Geelong West. So Sean Barnes, top of the square, uses the breeze. Watch it go around, tacking like Australia 2. Goes into the pocket. Packed there. The Giants working hard. Handball over the top, or handball backwards in the end to Collins. He's ripped off the football, back to Horny blow. He got it back to Barnes. He got it off a standing start. Lovell. Tanner goes towards the top of the square. Eastman was the only one who actually kept his eye on the footy, and that's why he took the mark and will shoot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
Yeah, they kept the ball alive pretty well then, West, and just gave themselves a chance to take that mark inside forward 50. But Horniblow kicked that ball to Barnes. Barnes kicked the ball back in, it drifted, and Horniblow was the one who got on the end of it nearly and dropped the mark. So he's working really hard, Horniblow, in that forward 50.
So Eastman comes in for his third and keeps it nice and low into that breeze and kicks his third goal on the 10th for Geelong West. They go to 10-6-66. They lead St Albans 2-1-13. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard is asset finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300-4-MORRIS.
Good to see Paddy Eastman back and into a bit of form. He played the first couple in the reserves, back from a bit of a delayed pre-season, and we know how good he is. He's been a quality GFL footballer for a long time, so it's good to see him roam around the forward 50.
Game 164.
Played a lot, hasn't he? A lot of senior footy, so he's a really, really good player.
I see Max Schooler in the ruck here against Grigsby. Grigsby got high, won the tap down. Little the roving, fired a handball forward. Lovell out the front of the contest again. A high, long left foot kick, little bounce in front of Horniblow and also Collins. Horniblow tracking it into the right forward pocket, spun way, then another handball back. David Hanley snaps a kick around the corner for the Giants. It deflected away from Keck. Larkins was good. Handball release. Miles, trouble. Got a handball though. Chance to run. Keck outside of the right boot, sends a kick wide and finds a marking target in Ben Wolfenden, who's got it. He's about 30 from his defensive goal. He'll send it. A dangerous kick. Grigsby, he's going to have to mark, and he did. Hamlin hanger. It was a 3-on-1, and Grigsby stood tall.
Goes out wide to Brooks, who's got a paddock in front of him at centre wing. Goes over the top. Short little kick, Pearson. Wants to get him round. He does. Right foot kick back towards an open half forward flank. Lyons to run onto it. Gets around 1. Gets around 2. Left foot kick into the pocket. Good play. And in the end, found Harrison Cockrell, who has kicked 1 this afternoon, 1 of their 2 goals. And he's in the left forward pocket at the northern end of the ground. Good movement there, Kirsch.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better forward movement. The kick itself to Grigsby was dangerous. It was a 1-on-4, but he's a big unit, so he's taking that mark. And they had some numbers on the outer wing, which was perfect ball movement, and got inside their forward 50 quick. Their first mark inside forward 50 for the game, so it's really important to get that ball moving quick.
Well, he did a nice job of the marking, Harrison Cockrell. He hasn't done a good job of the kicking.
I said that he took mark of the century last week, and then he munged the kick straight after it. Might not be his strong point, kicking.
He munged that out of bounds on the floor, the same side of the ground that he was standing on, so he has tacked that around and it's out of bounds. Now the Giants bring it back in.
Little with a long ball. Collins had to fly from behind against Miles Gray, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw. Miles Gray, former Torquay juniors, played 3 games with North Ballarat under Brendan McCartney last year in the Ballarat League. The boundary throw-in. There's a team coming from the Ballarat League, that mystery 12th. I wouldn't have thought. Where are they coming from? We'll find out this week. Boundary throw-in.
intrigued, isn't he?
It is. It's very intriguing. Cole won the tap down in the front of the pack. Sammy Wolfenden, back from time in the concussion protocol, he's held up in the tackle. We'll get a ball up.
Interesting that Harrison Cockerell's out on the full was the first for the day with this win,
Yes,
Jace.
absolutely. Double palm down by Cole. Handball on the up. Chance for the Giants. Lovell was involved. A Jang to the run of Little. Little true centre wing. Lowered the eyes and put it onto the chest. Love horny blow on the move. He took the mark. He's 70 from goal. He'll chip one over the top and Kelly is marked. He can just check a kick around the corner for Carroll. It took it on the bounce. Had to wait. Pressure from Gray to the goal square. Eastman again. Front position. Couldn't mark off the hands of the pack. Brooks was clean. Gave it to the former Giant Miller. Miller's kick to Cordello, who had to stretch and mark, and takes it in the right back pocket, and they hold up well there, the Super Saints.
Goes over the top with the kick. Just gets there. Brooks takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50. He goes to Coots around the boundary line, who takes it. So just tacking. They get to Sam Wolfenden. Takes the mark at half back. Drives the ball towards half forward, but it's all Geelong West behind the ball there. Codd takes the mark, switches the play. Taylor at centre half back runs away. He hasn't got much to kick to. The only one he's got to is Carroll, and he doesn't hit him. It runs away from him out of bounds. So they muck that up, Geelong West, and it will be a boundary throw-in on centre wing. Broadcast side here at Concept Oval. The Giants 10-6-66. They lead St Albans 2-1-13. We played at 21 minutes on the Bowen Foods second quarter time clock.
He generated some plus numbers behind the ball then, so when Lockie Taylor looked up, all he could see was plus numbers for St Albans.
Shallow throw in. Watts won the tap. Lovell dumped in the tackle. It'll be a free kick for a sling tackle against Russell, coming back to Tanner Lovell. If anything, it's 2-1 through 21 minutes, so you've got to like what they've done, St Albans, in this second term after conceding 8 majors in the opening quarter, Geelong style. Lovell short to Handley. And David Handley, no Lockie today. No Lockie anywhere. No VFL talent either. He's actually turned back 180 degrees. Back to Riley Moore. Showed a lot of it there to Cockerell, but took the mark. Short kick to Barnes. Barnes sends a kick wide to Rob, who's had a lot of it shown out there. Rofield, I think we've called a lot of, but he's given away a free kick if it wasn't a mark. William Rofe on debut. Chance here for Rob. Feigned a handball. Now he finally does. He bit betwixt and between. Looped it over the top to Barnes. Barnes gives a handball off by hand. They'll go inside 50 through Evans. Evans goes looking for the fly over the head of Collins. Ball rolls out the back. Lovell can go off the ground. Tanner does and has missed the left through for a minor score. Make that 10-7-67 now the Giants on the second quarter. K-Rock Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard. St Albans 2-1-13.
Quick kick in, finds Cole at half back, the big ruckman. He chips the ball over the top. Sam Wolfenden takes the mark, called to play on. Hasn't got anything to kick to down the ground, so lateral to Cole, still on half back to Wolfenden. Wasn't 15. Wolfenden plays on. Handball, terrible to Brogdon. Now Cole comes back to help out, tries to don't argue on Tyler Watts. It's the last thing he'll be able to do. Tyler puts him into the ground and the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO service stations here at Concept Oval.
Hawthorn 38 leads St Kilda 28 half-time in Launceston. Round 9 AFL action, the only game this afternoon. Boundary throw-in. Watts wins a tap down, but well picked up by Cordello, and then stepped through the would-be tackle of Cade Lovell. Kick to Ryan. Trapped it really well, and then got a handball back on the up. Brogdon. Lions confronted by Little. Handball to Ryan next to the boundary line. Ryan wants to come back inboard. A dribbling kick that Pearson took cleanly. Gave a handball off to Bailey Brogdon. Brogdon the outside of the right boot. McDonald on the juggle. Good mark. Under pressure from Nyack. Took a Hamlin hanger contender and then went short with a kick to Russell. Russell then sees something he likes wide. It's Brooks who marks. He's 45 from goal. He chips a kick. Great build-up from the Super Saints. Mark taken by Howarth in the right forward pocket. They controlled it nicely down this broadcast wing and then switched the angle. Kirsch from the Sporting Globe.
Yeah, much better ball movement. We spoke about it before, what their methodology is, what their ball movement, what their game style is, and that's a little bit more direct and that's a little bit better. They can maintain possession and get the ball moving forward. They look a bit dangerous.
Tyler Watts not moving freely in front of us, Birchie. Just keep an eye on that. The kick of Howarth, I reckon, might have hit the post. And it's a minor score for the Super Saints. There, Archbishop Desmond 2-2-14. May he rest in peace. The Giants are 10-7-67 and the margin is 53. 24 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Second quarter, K-Rock Football.live. St Albans and Geelong West.
Giants Short little kick in just to Evans. It was just 15 as well. Now the ball comes beautifully to Horniblow, a long way from goal. Back end of centre wing, wants to play on quickly and drive it towards a Jang, who's got the sit over the back, can't take the mark. Oh, his second effort was amazing. Got a hand onto it and got it on the up. Back from Saw Giovanni. He runs into goals. He's 40 out. He's 30 out. He can keep going. There's nobody in front of him. Kick the goal. He does. Well done, Emmanuel Jang. That is a classy goal. He just worked his way off the back of the pack, going up for the mark. Saw Giovanni helped him out, and then just kept running forward and front at the goals and kicked his first of the afternoon, and a good finish for him. 11-7-73. The Giants are lead St Albans 2-2-14. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
You did say in that call then, Jace, how good was his second effort? What about his third effort? Because when he tapped the ball out, he got the afterjets on and got the handball received, and away he went. Toot toot, away I go inside forward 50.
He was given a little bit of leeway with after the last bounce, I reckon, too. He might have been right on his full measure. Goal of the afternoon contender from Emmanuel Jang. Umpire puts it into the air, back into the middle. Schooler going against Cole. Hanley, he is brought to ground, lost it in the tackle, but here's a Jang. Wonderful pick up off the ground. He bursts away again. Driving ball for Horniblow. That is the Giants at their best. He can go short with a kick. Eastman screaming for it. Horniblow says, do you know what? I might go back and have a shot on the third. Paddy Eastman looking for his fourth of the half. I don't know how many times Paddy Eastman would have kicked 4.5
Not too many,
in his GFL career. Has kicked 112 goals from his 164 games.
A lot of midfield minutes too, wasn't it, Kingy, in those games?
Absolutely. He'll kick from just on 50. Horniblow sends it on its way. Started at left. It fades that way. Fisted away by Miller and out of bounds for a boundary throw. He could have actually attempted to mark there, Ben Miller, but decided the discretion being better part of valour there to knock it out of bounds, get a stoppage in the left forward pocket at the southern or netball court end here at St Albans Reserve.
So throw in. Late stage of the second quarter. Horniblow on the ruck. Was that a push, a hold? Umpire said yes. Free kick coming back. I was going to take the free kick for the Super Saints. He handballs it away to Keck, who goes outside 50, spears it to Ryan, can't take the mark. Barnes off the back was good for the Giants, comes back inboard. Oh, Collins ran into his teammate, which was Horniblow, who's still down. Birchie keep an eye on that for St John of God. Goes to Cordello, he goes over the top to Ryan at right half back. And
you can't miss that hair, can you?
It's luscious. It's Lamar style, really. Now the ball comes back for the Giants. They've turned it over. Rob gives it in forward. He gives it to Little by hand. He gives it to Horniblow, who's made a miraculous recovery at 50. Puts the ball up. No mark taken. Carroll coming at it. Kick around the corner. The Super Saints might be out of it. Sits no more. Comes the other way. He's had a good second term.
Moore driving a kick, looking for his skipper in Collins. Miller, good defensive spoil. Did he get it to the boundary line? Just. Cade Love will try to keep it alive. We'll get a boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Giants as they attack the Fellmongers Road or Townsend Road end, depending on which side of the roundabout you're on at the end of Boundary Road. The old five ways. Try that intersection at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's an absolute nightmare. Handball, Cade Lovell into the path of David Hanley. Good tackle, Russell. That's holding the ball. That's a really good tackle by Jacob Russell, whose 50th GFL game has been a bit of a roller coaster. He's been hurt. He's found the footy. He goes short to Ryan. Ryan, the handball released to Keck. Keck wants to burst through the middle of Concept Oval. A driving long ball. Grigsby down low, just couldn't complete it. Hands of the pack. Nyack, a handball back to the voice that was provided by Symes, and then Symes a kick into the left back pocket. Evans short, and Codd has got it at left half back.
So Codd now chips the ball over the top towards centre wing. Eastman takes the mark. He goes short to Jaden Symes, running past, gives it away. Short little kick came from Barnes to Saw Giovanni, but it doesn't matter because it's half time here at Concept Oval. It's Geelong West 11-7-73. They lead St Albans 2-2-14.
You've got to say for the Sporting Globe, you've got to be a little bit more impressed if you're Alex Tortora with the effort provided by your players. As much as they were outscored 3-1 after what was done to them, especially in the second half of the opening quarter, a lot better.
I think twofold, Kingy. I think you can take away a defensive aspect and an offensive aspect in the way they went about it. that quarter. Defensively, they, like you said, they kept them to 3 goals. They sort of restricted their scoring inside forward 50, didn't restrict their scoring or their ability to get the ball inside forward 50 as much, but they restricted their scoring, meaning they rebounded a little bit better than they did previously. And then their ball movement, the first quarter had no system whatsoever
the 5th quarter.
Nice.
Might be over a couple of...
The 6th quarter.
and the 7th and the 8th.
Yes, later on.
Some key numbers, Kirsch, out of that first half, thanks to Kerr's High. 3 locations, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. You're tracking some key statistical areas. What have you come up with, and does it reflect the dominance of the scoreboard of Geelong West?
Yeah, 100% it does, Kingy. And the most important, as we spoke about even at the quarter-time break, was the clearance work, particularly by Geelong West, and how dominant they were. They continued their dominance that quarter, and at the halfway mark of the game, it's 28-8 in way of clearances. And, you know, we saw Hanley and Lovell's dominance in there, but you saw at times there where the St Albans players went defensive on then, and Emmanuel Ajang just stood up, and, you know, they can't man them all. They can't tag everyone out of the game, and Emmanuel Ajang stood up and got several clearances that quarter himself. But 28-8, but it reflected inside forward 50s. It's 36 inside forward 50s to 15 at the moment, which is astronomical, and the dominance inside forward 50 with us hitting the scoreboard. Marks inside forward 50, they've had 9-2, and intercept marks is where they're also getting them 15-2 around the ground. So every time St Albans are moving the ball, particularly early in that first quarter where Moore was marking everything in the back half of the game, it's quite a dominant area. So all key figures pointing towards Geelong West, and that's exactly how the scoreboard is reflecting at the moment, halfway mark of the game.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Of course, all our stats, thanks to Kerr's High. North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. Jared and the team, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong. And Kirsch is here, of course, in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. Injury updates, St John of God, we put you first, Birchie. You've been kept busy through that opening half, just keeping an eye on some players, especially going down after contest. Nothing untoward, just it's been physical at times.
Yeah, it certainly has been, and they're sort of coming off with, you know, those knock type of injuries. Jacob Russell's taken a bit of a battering. Obviously the knee was a concern, but he's back out there. But again, he's you know, taking a lot of the responsibility at those clearances and getting battered around a little bit. Tyler Watts is obviously a watch for Geelong West, so we'll keep an eye on that in the second half, but no major concerns in their camp.
Thank you for that, Birchie. St John of God, My Street in Geelong. We put you first. Gee, we're within spitting distance of numerous Carroll football supporters. Wombat Gully Plant Farm, and then,
Yeah, that's right.
of course, Barwon Timber just down the road. They'll bring us the third quarter as well. So one on Townsend, one on Fellmongers. So thank you to all your support of Carroll football. We're carrollfootball.live, bringing you St Albans and Geelong West this afternoon. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Which local league are you looking at first, Joe?
Well, I'm at the GFNL, so we're looking at St Joey's and Bell Park out at High Sushi Oval. St Joey's 72 lead Bell Park 21, so they haven't, they're not ticking the box there for the game, the Parkers at the moment. We wanted them to get a bit better. Colac 78 at home, leading North Shore 19. Leopold just down the road, 62 lead Grovedale 26. The game at the moment that we're looking at, Ellerslie Reserve. Newtown and Chilwell 55, Lara 55.
Surely they don't lose Matt McMahon's 250 at the Eagles.
South Barwon 52 lead St Mary's 35 at half time.
And let's go around the grounds in the GDFNL. It's round 6 this afternoon.
It is. Cryer 48 lead Inverleigh 34.
That's tightened up.
That's tightened up. Belmont 49 lead Winch 34.
That's tightened up.
Yep. Werribee 47 to 19. I don't reckon that's an updated score because that was early doors. So let's try and get that worked out. Belpo still 42 lead Anarchy 19.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. This is what Belpo still do.
They did get a couple back. Sam Harmer, Zane Jones amongst them.
It's now 48 to 19. So, yeah, so that's,
That's a game Anarchy want to be winning. But it also tells you, and Paul Lynch said it during the week, the GDFNL at the moment is the most even comp he's ever been involved in.
Absolutely.
Belpo's still on bottom of the ladder.
I know.
They better beat East Geelong.
That's exactly right. Well, East Geelong are not going to lose today because they're 60. They're leading Geelong West 13. And it's tightened up at around the corner. North Geelong 35, Thompson 29.
What venue is that now?
That's at Town and Country Pizza Oval. That's a mouthful. Just like Town and Country Pizza. Oh, boom, boom. Thank you very much. Oh, there you go. Waxing lyrical on a Saturday.
Big loss for Geelong VFL action today as they start the second half of their season in the VFLW. Collingwood 6-7-43, Geelong 1 behind. And in the AFL, 41-37, the Saints have pulled to within 4 points of the Hawks with 15 minutes to play in the third term. 15 minutes gone, I should say, Saturday in the third term at UTAS Stadium in Launceston. It's halftime thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made right here in Geelong. We'll take a break, be back shortly with the second half of action between St Albans and Geelong West. The Giants, they're in control, leading by 59 points. Thanks to APCO service stations. Go local for fuel, food and great coffee. Live, breathe. K-Rock Footy.
Okay, kids, Grandpa Bruce has got a little adventure planned for us today. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, what is it, Grandpa? Are we going to the beach?
Oh, it's better than the beach.
What about the playground? Yeah!
Oh, it's even better than that. Girls, you're in for a real treat. Come on, buckle up. We're off to Kerr's Hire.
Oh, not again.
Now, who's your favourite granddad?
Kerr's Hire, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. Kerr'sHire.com.au.
I'm Patrick Dangerfield. I'm Tom Hawkins. I'm Mitch Duncan, and we're all part of the Rex Gorell Dream Team. When you're looking for your next SUV or ute, or your next van or full-size pickup, or your next luxury or sports car, Rex Gorell has you covered. Visit rexgorell.com.au to compare, build your wish list, and choose your next vehicle. Vine Street, Latrobe Terrace, or Gordon Avenue. You'll love being part of the Rex Gorell Dream Team.
LMCT's 1308 8349 6593 486 and 10191.
Are you planning to give your home a makeover? Look no further than Bowen Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. At Bowen Timber, we bring nature's beauty into your home. Transform your space with the timeless elegance of timber flooring. We now also offer carpet supply and install. At Bowen Timber, our experts are ready to assist you. We're open until 6 p.m. weekdays and midday Saturdays. Visit our showroom at 50 Thelmongers Road, Breakwater, or bowentimber.com.au.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic Geelong introduces mobile laser cleaning services using world-leading technology. This is the future of cleaning and surface preparation using nothing more than the touch of light. Whether it's food manufacturing, injection mould and tool cleaning, or paint and corrosion removal, take advantage of this dustless, non-abrasive, chemical-free technology. Another winning solution from Geelong's cleaning and restoration specialists. Visit steamatic.com.au.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
It's halftime thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made right in Geelong, the Pivot City Lager. There's actually, do you know what? I walked into my office the other day.
Hello.
And there was a slab and a half of Blackman's Pivot City Lager just sitting there.
Really? Well, you do mention it enough, so they should be giving you some.
Yes, of course, with a Pivot City Lager or a Pale Ale or a Pacific Ale or a Mervyn, you really can't go wrong.
Oh, the Mervyn.
Yeah, the Greg Mervyn. Thanks to Ren and Jess Blackman, family owned and run. Find them in Grovedale, Torquay and Ocean Grove. Do you reckon they might be doing a roaring trade on Mother's Day?
I think so. I would have thought so.
And fathers, be the designated driver.
Yes, absolutely.
So the mums can have a quiet one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
So the mums can have a quiet one. We've got Geelong West back out in the ground. Have we got St Albans back yet?
No. They're finding their way to the ground.
We're not going to get the old-fashioned...
they got it at quarter time. They got the whistle.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not going to get the old play resumes without them. It can't happen because usually you've got people on the ground still. It has happened in local footy where a team did take too long to get in from the comeback from half-time.
They balled it up.
And they've balled it up and started without them. Yeah. Yep. Just getting... Do you know what would be the worst thing about that would be?
What's that? If they
took a kick behind.
There's a country story about that, actually. I can't remember where it was from, but it was like, Rokewood or somewhere like that, where they kicked it behind it.
Rokewood, the Grasshoppers.
They had nobody to kick it in.
It's not even that's simply possible to kick it behind.
Was it Rokewood Corindap?
Rokewood Corindap. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Corindap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was out there, I think, and they kicked a goal. They kicked it behind.
Did Tom Mullane Grant go and spend some time out there?
Coach there.
He did.
Yeah, he did. The great TMG. Yes, he did.
Where's he now? Because he ended up in the northeast, I think.
Yeah, look, I haven't heard from him for ages, but could he play foot?
Seriously good player.
Where did he play?
Bannockburn, yeah. And then
Drysdale?
Yeah, he played a bit at Drysdale. Bit of super at Rokewood. It was good. Bit of superannuation.
Did he have a crack at the GFL club?
He might have gone to Newtown for a while, actually. I think it was Newtown, actually.
Right.
Yes. But had some injuries, I think, at that stage. So yeah,
he had a very dodgy knee by the time he was done. I think there's a knee replacement coming there.
Here we go.
Third quarter, thanks to Bowen Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. It is Max Schooler doing the ruck work.
Yes, and he gets it down down and they get it back towards Taylor, who comes off the wing, runs backwards to half-back. It's okay. A little bit of drawing of players to David Handley, who is getting another kick from half-back towards half-forward. It's over the back. K-Rock zone goes to get there, Kelly, but the numbers with St Albans, Keck gets back there. He might get it back to the 1-2 close to Banjo line, underneath handball. And they get it back towards the run through half-back to Super Saints. They just keep it going, which is good. They got it out. Now they get it to Ryan. He goes short, and then he turns it over. And guess who? David Handley has taken the mark on centre wing.
That's his third possession in 35 seconds.
Handley kicked the centre half forward over the top. Juggling mark will be paid. Schooler. Hamlin hanger contender over the top of Grigsby. No mean feat. Turning kick quickly. Ajang engaged the body of Rofe. Pushed off, took the mark, and will go back and have a shot. So that was a little bit too easy. They did really well, St Albans. The work of Gadd and Keck in the back pocket to get it to the wing, but they turn it over. A minor skill error there from Ryan, and it ends up in the hands of Emmanuel Ajang as he looks to kick his second of the afternoon. 3 games of VFL footy with Werribee this year, but found himself out of the Tiger lineup last week. No VFL for Werribee or Geelong this weekend, but that didn't mean, unfortunately, access to everybody for the Giants. No Jamison Ballantyne out of the Cats lineup for the Giants. Ajang close to the man on the mark, but he's drilled the goal. Drew it back nicely from the right-hand goal post. Kicks his second, and the good start to the second half for the Giants as the margin pushes out to a game-high 65 points. Third quarter, K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard 12-7-79. Plays 2-2-14. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Go local for fuel, food and great coffee. KRockFootball.live on a Saturday afternoon from Concept Oval.
Yeah, look, the scores from clearances will be high today once we have a look at those figures during the week, but scores from turnovers will be the other half of the scoring opportunity for West. Look, it's going to happen. Turnovers going to happen in footy, but it's the way you defend that ball coming in. There was 3 players around Ajang then, and no St Albans player was able to defend him.
Schooler, Grigsby gets it down nicely to Russell, back to Grigsby. The big fella runs with a left boot, lopes inside, half forward with the kick. Will it sit okay? It doesn't. That was Cockrell who was coming out, needs some support, got some on the outside, kick towards the top of the square. Oh, Riley Moore got back there and he got 2 hands to it. He dropped the footy and then they couldn't complete the work there. St Albans Brooks was coming in. It's through for a rush behind to the home side, so they get a 2-3-15. They trail Geelong West 12-7-79. Barwon Timber K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Fraser Robb to bring the ball back into play for the Giants. We'll bring it broadcast side, sends a high ball. Eastman will look to have a fly, won't need to. Schooler was there, but he had to play spoiler. Knocked it away from Grigsby. Keck just checked the kick into the path of Brogden. Stepped away from Little. Kick into the pocket of Jang. Stretching, took the mark in front of Wolfenden and will hold things up. Called to play on. In fact, it's Nyack, I should say. A high left foot kick. Big fly coming, but no mark taken there by Blake Carroll. Grigsby, the unlikely rover, has it wrapped up, trying to extract it. Taylor from him, and Harry Howarth is there as well, but going nowhere. And at right half forward, we'll get a ball up. 3 1/4 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Schooler gets it down. Russell roved, got the hands free, only as far as Schooler though. Handball back. Rob through the middle, does well. Draws a player and gets it to Lucky Taylor, who kept his width at half back. Short little kick. Carroll takes it, goes to a Jang, takes it. Oh, gee whiz, that was 2.5 metres. He handballs it in front to Tanner Lovell. He runs from centre wing, kicks the ball inside 50. Oh, horny bloke. Just read it better. Just with the fly to the footy, just kept his ground. Osborne walked past it. And Lockie Hornibrow will kick from 50 out. He's kicked 2-2 this afternoon. So he only trails the Super Saints by 1. Can he get in front? He's taking some good marks. He's had a lot of kicks from 50, Kirsch,
yes,
which is not quite his distance. He's about a 40-metre man.
Do you think he's got to know his distance?
With the breeze, he comes in.
I'm with you.
And you're with me. That's right. He needs to go to the Kirsch kicking school. I think he's missed it to the far side and through for 1 behind. So 2-3 his personal tally. 12-8-80. Geelong West, they lead St Albans 2-3-15. Bowen Timber K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Fletcher Keck with the headband. It's not quite Jack Buckley, but it's going into that realm, into the right back pocket, with Zach Larkins taking the mark in front of the old scoreboard. But now doubles as the coach's box. He'll drive a kick Larkins towards half back. His target is Rofe in a one-on-one with a Jang Moore flew as well off the hands of the pack. The ball rolls towards the boundary line in front of Cade Lovell and a boundary throw-in. South Point Garden Supplies, Birchie, just keeping an eye on that wind. Does that breeze just drop slightly in this second half, thankfully?
good news, and hopefully won't affect the play too much.
Thank you for that, Birchie. Boundary throw in. Grigsby winning the tap down. Ajang doing the roving. He was able to burst away from the contest and then send a kick into space, although a little bit too much on it for his intended target, Carroll. Ben Wolfenden gets involved with Keck and receives the handball for the Super Saints. His high left foot kick to half back. Back with the flight. Barnes couldn't complete the mark for the Giants, but time to recover. A handball into space. Cole's there, put his body over the ball, but the Giants have got numbers, including Ty Evans, who did okay to keep it in front of him, then tried to handball back over his head. Mishit it and went out of bounds for a boundary throw in at right half forward. 80 playing 15, third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. Your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. Check out bowentimber.com.au or visit them. Falmungers Road in Breakwater.
So Schooler up against Cole. Neither getting a tap to the ball from the ruck contest. Ajang at the back. Just rugby scrummed at the ball. Spilt free. Umpire. Oh, did he pay a sling?
He did.
So he paid a sling tackle against St Albans.
Stiff, I think.
Yeah, Ajang gets the free kick. Bailey Brogdon can't believe it, standing on the mark. So he's at half forward, inside 50. Oh, that's a great kick. He had a couple of leads and that went a long way up the ground, and then Horniblow just worked his way back and then worked into the gap. And the bloke you don't want coming out if you're St Albans defence is Lockie Horniblow.
No, Birchie did
going to take the mark.
Birchie did say to Lockie before at half time about Ajang delivering,
and he certainly did.
Yes, and I was watching his leading patterns in as well, Jason. His sort of tick lead was really good, and he had all that space in front of him, so smart by the players around him.
Horniblow comes in 30 out for goal. This time he beautifully works at Craig Parry right to left with the breeze and kicks his third of the afternoon, and that is the 13th for Geelong West. They go to 13-8-86. They lead St Albans 2-3-15. Bowen Timber, K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. Your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
He really does lead up really well. He's a good leader in the forward 50, and he hits the ball hard, but you're right, his range is below 40, not your 40 plus, and he tries to kick too hard when he's 40 plus, and he kicks perfect when he's 40 minus. So that's he's got a nice kicking style.
Back in the middle, umpire puts it into the air. Cole goes against Schooler. Schooler winning the tap down. Little doing the roving. They burst away again. Just held the handball back for Ajang. They had to wait for it on the bounce in the end. He'll go back to Little potentially. Dars. Little left half back confronted. They've had to go back about 25 metres. Now Evans under pressure. Well, they turned it over. The kick on the bounce taken cleanly. Symes touched it to ground, steadied himself, and then kicked for Saul Giovanni, who under a bit of pressure from Brogdon took the mark point of the square at half back. Handball off to the run of Evans, who's been good. He's kicked just over the head of Schooler, which is no mean feat because he's a tall boy. Picked up cleanly by Rob, though. Rob a handball release. Tanner Lovell just checked his kick, wants watch, but well judged back with the flight by Ben Miller, the former Giant for the Super Saints.
So Miller inside defensive 50 in the northern end of the ground. Called to play on now. He's taking his time. He hasn't got much to kick to. The Giants have folded defensively back nicely. He kicks out wide, and that's way too wide. That is in the car park.
That's a good effort to put it out in the full against the breeze.
And under no pressure.
Yeah. So short little kick in. Riley Moore for Geelong West over the top. K-Rock zone can't take it. Brogdon gets back there. Needs to get a kick. He pushed off the football and then sits over the football, and the umpire will come in and point in a really bad direction about what he was going to do, and I think he's going to throw the ball up.
I didn't know what he was doing.
I thought he was going to give half a free kick and then ball it up, so he's going to ball it up 50 out from goal. 13-8-86 the Giants, 2-3-15 St Albans. We've played 9 minutes third term.
Breeze has got up again after we saw it fade away for a little while there. High kick has gone out of bounds on the full from the Giants, and we've been fed nicely by the Hosking family with a bit of KFC with the hot rods, and St Albans with their own little bit of catering that Laurie Hill's just dying off over the back of us here. So free kick in the left back pocket. Ball's finally come back from over the fence. Larkins with the resultant free kick. Towards half-back, he sends it, and Russell stretching him out. He never stops trying, does Jacob Russell, even when the odds are insurmountable. He just keeps giving. In game number 50 for him at GFL senior level, game 49 for the Super Saints, short to Keck. Full Ocean Grove product has got it. He's called to play on. He dinked a kick that barely went 15. That wasn't 15, but the mark's been paid to Cordello. Now they open things up with a kick to the corridor, and it's taken by Pearson. Pearson will drive a kick towards half forward, wanting Sammy Wolfenden. Not enough on the kick. Barnes marked on the chest and quickly released for Symes.
He goes forward to the footy to Rob on centre wing. He chips the ball. He's turned it over though. Brogden takes the mark back into the centre square for St Albans. He chips the ball laterally. They want to play on now. Ben Wolfenden plays on. Goes with the right foot kick to centre half forward. Looking for Sam. He goes up one hand. Can't take the mark. Cod off the side of the pack does well. Draws a play. Handle over top to Carroll. He's got little short. He goes further afield. Just got there. And mark taken by Sorgiovanni. Goes back in board. Symes to sit for him. It doesn't. And he's pushed off the footy. He has to get up. He does. And he handballs over the top. Had some support. More. Shuffled the handball out quickly towards Lovell. It gets it to a Jag on centre wing. He wants to move it on also. He goes to Max Kelly. K-Rock zone takes it at half forward. Moving now to Giants inside 50. Eastman drops it and should have taken it. Patrick Eastman on the chest. It bobbled off and bobbled out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in right forward pocket at the northern end of the ground.
In the shadows of Geelong East Primary School. Once upon a time, the old East Tech. Ball back into play. Tapped down by Watts, trying to get it back into the corridor. Bailey Brogden, a handball release. Keck outside of the right boot was okay. No, it's stolen by Cade Lovell off Russell. And then he turned and kicked quickly, but he absolutely shanked it and it rolled out of bounds for a boundary throw. And fair to say, save for that 15 minutes of dominance in the opening quarter, this game hasn't reached any great heights, Kirsch.
No, absolutely not. And, well, to credit of St Albans, they've defensively tightened right up across the ground. So they can't score off the back of it, but they've tightened up across the ground.
Giovanni, after winning the ruck contest, turned it over. The kick was taken by Brooks, who then gave a handball to Larkins. Larkins wants to kick for lines, but it's a 2-on-1. Nyack will be first back there for the Giants. Got it at true centre wing. Wants the corridor. Showed a lot to Grigsby, who back with the flight, juggled it with the one hand.
Goes through the back end of the centre square. Wants to get on that left. He does now. Drives it to centre half forward. All Giants though. Miley Moore. He's taken about 18 marks across there today.
The non-kicker. That's why he can't kick, Chase.
He got it to Symes somehow. Jaden picked it up. They get it out wide. They draw a play. The Giants have got a spare man out there. And Lovell, handball over the top to Lockie Taylor. He drives it long inside 50 over the head of Watts at the back of the pack. Who's it sit for? Collins. Handball over the top was okay. Carroll. Oh, he's ripped off the football by Osborne. Ball spills free. K-Rock zone. Puts it up in the air. Right foot kick. Oh, Max Kelly. K-Rock zone. Puts it through for his first of the afternoon. And the 14th for Geelong West. They go to 14-8-92. They lead St Albans 2-3-15. And that is on the Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. Your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. That's Bowen Timber. And for the Sporting Globe, eat, drink, sport. Rose Street, Geelong. Here is Matt Kershaw.
Like it how we get excited when K-Rock's own Max Kelly gets the ball, or when Riley Moore has ball in hand. Looks like he's going to kick the footy, Chase. That's when we get excited.
St Mary's 53, lead South Barwon 52.
Oh, goodness gracious. They've come to a halt.
And Newtown 67 now lead Lara 56. Wolfenden socketed it to his own advantage. That's Sam, and he picked it up nicely, but his kick, he had a bit more time than he thought. Nyack back with the fly. That's a really good mark. A hammer and hanger contender from Tiddit Nyack, coming back to the boundary line under pressure from Russell. Nyack with the footy, the North Geelong product, a one-time Geelong and District Rookie of the Year, I think 2016. He's had some shocking luck with injury. Kick to the wing and mark taken by Evans, who's racked up possessions again this afternoon. Ty Evans with it. Left half back, called to play on. Swings out onto the right boot now. Sends a kick, a helicopter towards half forward over the head of Miles. No, Miles Gray, I should say, but Osborne was there. Howarth outside the right boot. Keck can tuck it under the arm and run. Sends a kick in the direction of Ryan. Wasn't a great kick. It bounced away from him. He then got bodied off it. Chance here, though, for Cordello handball. Ben Wolfenden. Keck on the burst. A bounce. Russell deserves a goal in game number 50. 48 metres out. Long ball outside of the right boot. Will pitch just inside the field of play. Back into the hands of McDonald. Left foot snap across the face. Over the head of Lockie Taylor. Grigsby to provide the pressure. Taylor went to ground, came again. Grigsby was good, later tackle. Handball, a bit hot for Evans. Just had to palm it into the path of Symes, who knocked it down to Rob. Rob short kick out of the reach of Moore. Larkins with it. Outside of the right boot. McDonald sat underneath it. Good spoil. Carroll, no. Arm chop. And now a chance. Advantage paid. Russell a handball over the top. Cockrell on the goal line. Super Saints get their third. But McDonald is down. He's now up. Second for Cockrell. He kicked the first of the game for the Super Saints. And they go to 3-3-21. The Giants 14-8-92 in this third quarter thanks to Barwon Timber. And the Barwon Foods time clock is at 15 minutes. But it is a Geelong West win you'd expect this afternoon. But that was good from the Super Saints. And Grigsby provided a lot in that contest.
He did.
Against Lockie Taylor.
Sorry, Kingy, he did. And what I liked about it was that they kept the ball alive. Like Geelong West were under a bit of pressure then, and it was all the forwards coming at them. There was a bit of frontal pressure. There was a bit of chasing pressure. They kept it inside their forward 50 and kept the ball alive, which was fantastic.
So working hard there, the Super Saints back in the middle. Cole and Watts go up. Falls to the side of the pack. Handley back to Lovell, back to Watts. His handball forward to Saw Giovanni. Goes with a kick inside 50. Coming out to Horny Blow. Schoolers there as well. Osborne off the side of the pack. Picks it up for the Super Saints. Clears the kick. Back to the middle. Ryan takes the mark. It's the Lamal special for the Super Saints. Goes up with a kick to half forward. No mark taken by Cockrell. Ball spilt free. Still going though, the Super Saints. They've done well to Cole. He can't take the mark. Taylor came back defensively. Worked hard for the Giants. Rob got it to Taylor. His handball over the top from defensive 50. Symes shuffled the handball away. They go outboard. They've got the open space and the open man. They run free. Cade Lovell, kick over the top, created the loose man. Horny Blow, 65 from goal, runs in, 2 bounces, 40 on the boundary line. Good disciplined play, but he had really nobody to kick to. Comes back, handball, well, going to come from Wolfenden, was it? No, it's going to be a kick. He goes back to half back and they're out of trouble now. The mark taken by Larkins goes out wide and Ryan takes it.
Front of the scoreboard that shows the Giants leading by 71 thanks to Barwon Timber. Short kick okay for Brooks, who marks next to the boundary line for the Super Saints. He'll look to send them forward towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Cockrell over the top. Hamlin hanger mark. Great grab from Cockrell over the top of Riley Moore. And then he turns and kicks quickly. Wants Coots, and he found him. Good build-up from the Super Saints. There's been some positives since quarter time, and that was one of them. Great mark by Cockrell. A Hamlin hanger. Their new Bannockburn display home now open, Hamlin Homes, and Coots will have a shot at goal.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of kicks by Horny Blow up the other end, and they were easily rebounded, but what was so good about it was they maintained possession the whole way down.
Bailey Coots sends it on its way, started left, and that's where it stayed. The breeze didn't help him through for a minor score. It has died off slightly at times, and the margin is 70. 3-4-22, St Albans 14-8-92, the Giants. 18 minutes always played on the Barwon Foods third quarter time clock.
So Evans to kick the ball back in for the Giants. Was going to go to the outer side. Elects, though, to come broadcast side in the pocket to Nyack, who was standing by himself. He's going to go back to Evans. So they're just racking up the possessions on the Kurzhire. Takes the mark. Plays on now. He's going to kick it straight away. Now he's going to go long and wide, looking for a Jang who's got the sit over the back. A good mark. And a Jang can get around a couple, handball it out. And they've got the numbers running from half back now, the Giants. Taylor gives it back to a Jang, back forward towards Lovell. That's Tanner. He gives it to Taylor, who kept going, running, taking a bounce. Oh, he dropped the football though. Turned it over. The Super Saints at half back can just bottle up the play. And I think they were pretty happy to hold it. Brooks holds it in, and we'll have a ball up on the half-forward flank, right half-forward flank for the Giants on the outer side. They lead 14-8-92. St Albans 3-4-22, and we've played 19 minutes. Barwon Foods third quarter time clock.
Grigsby won the tap down. Brooks did the roving, but he was wrapped up in a tackle and brought to ground instantaneously by Tanner Lovell, who's doing hard work both offensively and defensively this afternoon. Thrown into the air again in the right forward pocket. Tapped down by Watts for the Giants. Over it is Bailey Brogden. Pulled the footy in, can't release. Umpire says give it to me. I'll ball it up again. So just outside the 50. Giants in attack, and we've just got a bit of a lull in play for the moment as we approach time on in this third term on the Barwon Foods time clock. Watts tries to clear the area. Good tap. Lovell dragged down as he kicked, but you'll see it actually paid as a downfield free kick. for too high, I reckon, as he was dragged down. Although that should come back. I reckon that was in the act of kicking, but Paddy Eastman's going to be the beneficiary of a free kick in the right forward pocket. Man on the mark, about 35 from goal. And Eastman, who already has 3 this afternoon, look at a rare 4th. You'd have to go deep dive into his career to find out when he's kicked 4 in a game, Paddy Eastman. Right-hand goalpost will be his starting point for this kick from 40 metres out. Eastman on its way, and it covers the man on the line, Osborne, and he has got his 4th, Paddy Eastman. And the margin is out to 76 points. 15-8-98 on the third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Timber scoreboard. St Albans to 3-4-22. Barwon Timber, find them on Fellmongers Road in Breakwater.
Yeah, Lovell clearance inside forward 50. Sure, probably should have come back, Kingy, like you said, but geez, he's just a beast around those stoppages. And like we said before, they've got that variety around the ball that Hanley's sort of gone out of it a little bit clearance-wise, but a Jang stepped up. You got Little that goes through there on the fly. They've just got so many options around the ball. Tanner Lovell, he's a beast of a human, isn't he? He's always on the move at those stoppages.
So back to the middle. Good finish by Paddy Eastman. His 4th of the afternoon. Schooler back on the ruck against Grigsby, gets a double tap to it. Handley gives it to Little. He gives it to Barnes, who came off the wing, back to Schooler. Wants to switch the play. Dangerous kick, Taylor. Worked Ben Wolferton past the football and picked it up at half back. Goes to centre wing. A Jang having a party this afternoon. Takes a mark. He chips the ball over the top. Mark taken by Evans in front of the scoreboard, which shows the Giants by 76 points. Late stage of the third term here at Concept Oval. In forward, Miller punched away for the Super Saints. Can they keep it in? Collins does, gives it away. Kelly dropped the footy in the tackle. Tries to pick it up again, tries to shuffle it back and then push through for a rush behind by Miller for the Giants. So they go to 15-9-99. They lead St Albans 3-4-22. And that's on the Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Probably wasted the chance there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Miller with the kick-in duties wants to go right up the middle of Concept over the long ball. Once Grigsby won't get anywhere near him, and Schooler uncontested has taken the mark. And give a handball off to Fraser. Rob cruising by, decides now to send a kick inside 50 towards Horniblow or Collins. Collins took it on the bounce, handball over his shoulder. Hanley sets it up towards goal, but allowing for the breeze has pushed it too far to the right and through for a minor score. Hanley with 2 goals at 1 this afternoon. Margin is 78 as the Giants bring up the ton. 15-10-100. They lead St Albans 3-4-22, 22.5 minutes played. Third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Foods time clock.
I love it when the ruckmen are running into the forward 50, thinking they're a midfielder and trying to bite off that more than they can chew that kick to a full forward.
Just handball it, mate.
Just give it to someone else. Give it to the ball kickers.
So Keck plays on from fullback, goes to the outer side, finds the skipper and Jacob Russell.
Newtown by 46.
Newtown by 46.
Kicking with the breeze, by the sounds of it. Little.
Even Riley Moore, that caught his attention.
Riley, concentrate on the footy here, please. Come on.
He's worried about kicking Riley Moore.
To the ball.
Drive
He's
by.
in the Ted Noffy school of kicking.
You like how he was drive by once he'd left, though.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was there.
So the ball is in the hands of Paddy Eastman at right half forward for Geelong West.
Is Paddy Eastman all of a sudden Leopold Sporties if he's kicked 5 or 6 this afternoon? Birchie will have a call to make.
He has to be in contention. So they put the moz on him now because he's kicked 4. This is for 5 from 45 metres out. Right foot.
Paddy Eastman.
Paddy Eastman has kicked a goal. 5 for the afternoon, a handful for him. And that is a nice little finish from him. 5 goals this afternoon. And the Giants go to 16-10-106. They lead St Albans 3-4-22. Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
It'd be good if Jane could get him after the break to see how many he's actually kicked in a game. Yeah. I'm not sure what his highest would be. It wouldn't be 5.
I reckon he's got a 5.
Oh, do you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I reckon he does somewhere in his career. He's got one.
Okay. Well, he's been an absolute great player of the GFL, that's for sure, for a long time.
Back in the middle. Cole and Schooler, roving done off the hands of the pack. Russell, he was slung in the tackle. Will advantage be paid? No, because there was no advantage, and it'll come back to Jacob Russell, who is going to be a very, very sore boy, I reckon. I reckon he's probably looking forward to the bye in a couple of weeks' time. The Super Saints with South Barwon back here at home in the Battle of the Break next week. He's actually been told now to go back behind his mark. For Geelong West, the next couple of weeks, either side of the bye, North Shore for the Ronsells Cup at Windsor Park, and then Newtown in a cracker on June 1. That's going to be a big game between two teams fighting for a spot in the bottom half of the top 5. Russell pulls a kick to half forward. His target out there is Sam Wolfenden, who couldn't mark. He has to play against 4 out there, but he won the footy somehow, Sam Wolfenden, and then he pulled it in, and to the letter of the law, that is holding the ball. Umpire, though, takes some mercy on Sammy Wolfenden and pays nothing other than saying, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Ball into the air, Schooler to go at it again against Cole. Jang got a hand on the loose footy, knocked it to his own advantage. Then he slipped over under pressure from Rofe. Rofe next to the boundary line, a handball back. Russell was under pressure from Hanley. Hanley knocks it out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in. Left half forward. Super Saints in attack, but trailing by 84 in this round 5 clash on KRockFootball.live. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Go local for fuel, food and great coffee.
So boundary throw in for Cole and Schooler. Straight back's got 5 to us, so Luke Maddock.
Has he?
Yes.
That's a career high. That definitely is a career high.
Free kick found off the ball, off the contest there, I believe.
The umpire had kicked it straighter than Riley Moore.
Oh, wow. So Geelong West run through the middle of Jang. Can't believe you Bert Riley Moore again. Singed across half forward. The Giants have got the numbers. The kick. Great work. Oh, Paddy! Kick the goal. He's missed it. He's missed it. Paddy, drag him. Get him off. 5 goals, 1. Pat Eastman was in the left forward pocket. He was literally, wasn't he running to goal? He was 3 metres out. 16-11-107. The Giants, St Albans 3-4-22. Bowen Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Larkin's kick in fell short of Ryan, but he was taken high by Little. Won a free kick, turned and kicked quickly for Bailey Brogdon, who's got it almost at the point of the square at right half back for the Super Saints. All eyes on what Paddy Eastman can produce through the last quarter and a bit. We approach 27 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Brogdon sends it long. Grigsby's going to have to fly from behind. Schooler, that's a good grab on debut for young Max Schooler. Doing some ruck work with Tyler Watts. Just looking out in the ground, I reckon Tyler Watts might have been put to pasture for the afternoon. Ty Evans, he's been good this afternoon. A long ball towards forward 50. Horniblow front positioning into Miller. That was a hole. Umpire didn't see it that way. Horniblow fighting for the footy at the front of the pack. Miller. There's going to be a free kick for a throw going against the Giants. It's going to go to Larkins, who's got it. Larkins with the footy. He can go short to Pearson if he so desires. He decides to ignore that, so he goes laterally to Brooks, who marks near the boundary line at right half back. Tied up against it. Long way from home on this big deck here at St Albans. Called to play on Brooks. Kick might have been partially smothered. It was off the boot. Landed with Cade Lovell. Couldn't mark, but Tanner Lovell was able to find it on the ground. Gave a handball to Little, but he's kick inside forward 50. Chopped off by Larkins, who under pressure just got it over the head of Evans, despite the little hand. McDonald, Russell. He's hurt himself. He's in a world of pain. Jacob Russell. Keep an eye on that, Birchie. That is a massive blow for the Super Saints. They're calling medical staff out onto the ground. His foot got stuck. There's going to be a goal kicked at the other end. I'm just looking at who might have kicked that goal. I think Max Kelly's kicked the goal, but that just looks horrible for Jacob Russell. Although he's up to his feet, they might as well put him out for the afternoon now. His body has copped an absolute battering.
Don't keep going on.
He wants to keep going.
Oh, he's a machine.
At the other end, Max Kelly kicked his second, and the margin...
I thought he'd done his knee.
Became 91 points. It just looked so horribly awkward. It got sort of stuck here in the turf. But he's decided to shake it off, and he's trying to... This is unbelievable from Jacob Russell. The margin is 91.
He doesn't want to miss the stoppage.
Straight back onto Ethan Little's pocket he is. Schooler going up in the ruck against Kohler. Gets it down. And Brogdon gets the kick for St Albans. Nearly inside 50. Moore and Rob go back there for the Giants. Rob picks it up. Thought about Nyack. He elects to go, though, with the kick back to Jang. He takes it at centre half back.
He's been everywhere, Jang.
He's a Rolls Royce, isn't he?
Oh. He's in the mix too.
Hey, he would be. Ball towards Nyack. 2 number 6's clash. Goes towards Lovell. Oh, great pickup. He must be in it too, I reckon. Yes. He's just picked it up beautifully. Just in the centre circle forward of that for St Albans. We're going to have a ball up and big pack around it for Schooler and Cole. Cole gets it down. Oh, kick from mid-air by Russell. A Jang out in front at centre-half back. Needs some support. Barnes got a clearing kick up the chimney. Ryan runs back with a fly to the footy. But it was a great mark coming from Ethan Little.
Talking about Sean Barnes, he's playing his 50th this afternoon. He's barely missed since debuting in the opening round of 2011. I think he's only missed 2 games for the Hamilton product. Max Kelly sends a kick to half forward, and Horny Blow, he's a long way from home. He marks in front of the scoreboard at right half forward. Lowers the eyes, not a great kick. Joe Osborne down low, couldn't take it cleanly. 3/4 time here at Concept Oval. The Giants in that third term kicking 6 goals to the Super Saints at 1 to extend their margin from 59 out to 91, and looking to put some real hurt and build some percentage. Actually, they're probably going to make up most of the percentage they were down, 83%. They'll be looking to push that back towards 100. 17-11, 113 St Albans, 3-4-22. It's 3/4 time here at Concept Oval. We'll take a break, come back with all scores for Leopold Sporties as we go around the grounds. But we're here for APCO Cafe 24/7. Go local for fuel, food and great coffee. Live, breathe, K-Rock Footy.
At APCO, we know your time is precious. So download the APCO app to skip the queue and pay for your fuel from the comfort of your car. Love our Jaffles and award-winning coffee? Pre-order through the APCO app. No more waiting in line, just grab and go. Shop the way you want, when you want. Just search APCO app in your app store and start saving time today. APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Take a mark inside forward 50. So whilst they're defending all right and they're moving the ball okay at times, St Albans, they just can't get much ball past sort of centre half forward and into their forward third to give themselves a chance to score. Intercept marks 7-2, and I think Riley Moore took about 4 of those in the first 5 minutes of that quarter. So they're just sort of getting in all aspects of the ground. We look at that head-to-head battle between Russell and Lovell, and Lovell had 13 possessions that quarter and 4 inside 50s and 4 clearances. So He just does it everywhere, Lovell. And Russell himself, he's a bit of a warrior. We saw he should have gone off there with an injury, but he just kept going. He wanted to get back in that stoppage and that centre clearance, and he had the 8 possessions himself. He never stops trying. He tackle after tackle and chase after chase and clearance after clearance. He just keeps doing it. But Lovell, unfortunately, he's just got a little bit more free ball, particularly around the ground and under no pressure most of the time. So they've just got to really step up their pressure game, St Albans, and just try and, negate the scoring opportunities of Geelong West this quarter, so it doesn't blow out to 120, 130 plus. No sense of theatre from Greg Mellor taking Paddy Eastman off the ground this quarter, which is a bit of a shame. So we want to get him 6 or 7 goals.
Yeah, come on, Greg. Tidy it up. Yeah. Round the grounds. Thanks, Kirsch. Stats there. Thanks to Kerrs Hire, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong. Around the grounds. St Joey's 98 lead. Bell Park 34. Colac 110. Lead North Shore 20. Leopold 83 lead Grovedale 34. Newtown 116 lead Lara 72. And St Mary's 67 lead South Barwon 58.
Okay.
So
tight little contest there.
Yeah, 3/4 time there. In the Geelong District Football and Netball League this afternoon, it's round 6. Cryer 68, Inverleigh 77, so a close one at Cryer. Belmont 80 lead Winchelsea 54. Werribee and Bannockburn, no updated score since about quarter time there, so we'll try and get that before the end of the day. Bellpost Hill 50, Anarchy 43, and Thompson have taken a lead 56. They lead North Geelong 51.
Righto.
Around the corner.
He's got the whistle again, St Albans Huddle.
He's going to get fined if he keeps going.
The whistle a few times at their breaks.
He's still there, and Birchie's I think he's going to try and get him. Alex Tortora, the coach of St Albans, but it might be dark by the time we do that.
I've got a plane to catch, I hope.
Oh, you have too. You have. So we'll see how Birchie goes getting Alex Tortora. Let's have a look. Yep, I think she might be getting him. She's working hard, and I think she might have him as he walks away from her. Birchie, down to you.
Well, Alex, really damaging in terms of the scoreboard, but you've had your competitive patches, in the second and third. In the third quarter, we'll just walk as we talk. And so there are some promising signs out there, but, it's just maintaining that, isn't it, for longer periods?
Yeah, as you've seen, our execution under pressure isn't great at the moment, and with a really young team, we expect them to take the easier options, but for some reason we keep biting off the harder option. We turn the ball over, and it looks like we're, giving them a lot of space as well, so we're not pressing hard enough. We're letting them play their game. We're going long too often. And we don't have the capacity in the air to compete with them at the moment. There's a lot of things. We're not making the ground big on offence. Therefore, we're forced to kick down the line. So, and we're not hitting targets. We're not lowering our eyes going forward. So there's a lot of things.
Jacob Russell, he's a warrior, isn't he? He leads from the front, and every time he goes down, he keeps getting back up and showing the boys how to keep at it. Yeah, that's right. That's why he's our captain. He just doesn't stop. He's got a massive heart, and but yeah, we can't. There's probably a little bit too much on his shoulders at the moment. So yeah. Good luck. Thanks for chatting to us. Bye.
Final quarter underway. Thanks to Cottage by the Sea. Register now for Cottage by the Sea's Winter Warmers campaign. Check out cottagebythesea.com.au to get involved. The ball's gone forward. Lockie Horniblay's going to have a shot on his 4th of the afternoon.
What's he going to do?
He's going to go with the left foot on the J curve. So on the non-preferred left, he steps out, he snaps, and he has curled it too far.
Oh, Kingy, what was that?
That's a behind.
Kingy.
That is a dead set behind, but it's been given a goal. Our angle on that was as good as you could get, and that did not curl around the goalpost on the goal side, or I'm going off to GMHBA iCare to get my eyes redone.
Well, I would have kicked the next 300 if they were paid Jace those in the day, but let me tell you, that was on the wrong side of the post.
It's Umpire Appreciation Week this week, so we love the umpires. So
good on him for giving them a chance.
Yep, he did.
Close enough's good enough week.
Lockie Horniblow has kicked 4 now, and the margin is 97. 18-11 playing 3-4 in this final term after a minute and a half.
So Osborne having a run in the ruck and got it down for St Albans as well. McDonald gets it back to Keck, back to Osborne. He gets it away. Cordillo on centre wing. Tries to get the kick to Pearson, but it's going to run away from him and over the boundary line for a throw in at left half forward for the Super Saints.
Just for a little bit of history context, the biggest winning margin by the Giants is 115 points over St Albans, and that is seriously under threat.
It is. So boundary throw in, Schooler got it down to the back of the pack. Cade Lovell, he's over the top of it, can't get up. Ball still in dispute. Osborne got away from a couple, got the handball to Brogdon, to Sam Wolfenden, inside 50. Cockrell couldn't take the mark. Moore did very nicely, got it away, needs some support, a couple of candies. Ball tried to be on the up from Codd, did well. Just stood his ground and got it across the face of goal to Nyack, who takes the mark in the last line of defence for the Giants.
Short to Fenton. Haven't caught a lot of Declan Fenton this afternoon. He'll go with the right foot kick to Little. Had to wait. Cordello made him earn it, but he took it on the chest. One of the smallest men on the ground, Ethan Little. He'll send a kick wide, and they'll run through Cade Lovell. He'll check a kick over the top to Carroll, who's marked in front of Brock McDonald. Blake Carroll, true centre wing. Well-weighted kick for Nyack. Nyack can loop a handball over the top to Jang instead. Decided wanted the kick inside to Tanner Lovell. It was smothered by Coots, and Coots picked up the loose footy. We'll get a ball up. If Tiddick had that moment back again, I reckon he would have just fed the handball over the top to Emmanuel Jang, and he would have been away the 33, but instead a ball up right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Schooler in front of Osmond, but Osmond does some ruck roving, gets it down. Cordello gets it to McDonald, kicks it underground. Russell's handball was okay to Larkins on centre wing, goes to half forward Pearson, that's better. Gives it away to Cordello, who keeps going, puts it out in front. It was a good kick too. He just made sure the Geordie Lions had enough space to run into, and he was able to work his way back to the right forward pocket, take the mark, and he'll have a shot for goal, which is a little bit better than where he was in the last time when he kicked a goal in the second term. And this is going to be 25 out slight angle.
Hawthorn 58, St Kilda 53 with 2.5 minutes to play in Launceston.
Ooh. And he has missed it, I think, too, Geordie Lions, so easier from the boundary line for him.
Yeah, wider the better.
1-1, his personal tally. And they go to 3-5-23 now, St Albans. The Giants 18-11, 1-19, Cottage by the Sea, K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Small win here for St Albans. They're 2-1 up inside forward 50s at the moment.
Yes. Evans short into the right back pocket to Riley Moore. But a long way from home at the northern end of Concept Oval. Paddy Eastman is standing all alone right in front of us here looking for goal number 6, but the ball's a long way from him. Horny blow and also Schooler fly, but Miller with a good defensive spoil sees it out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Who is playing on Paddy Eastman for Wombat Gully Plant Farm? Is anybody going to come back to Paddy Eastman?
No, they want him to kick 6 as well, Kingy.
Would be a career high, we would suspect. We think he's had a 5 before, but if he does win kick 6, the Leopold Sporties has got to be very much in contention for. Hurled back into play by the boundary umpire. Osborne winning the tap down, but straight to the waiting arms of Ethan Little, but Little was wrapped up by Wolfenden, and that ball's not coming out. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll put it into the air. Slightly forward of the wing. Left half forward. St Albans in attack, but trailing by 96. When the ball up, Schooler won the tap down. Rolling ball towards half forward for the Giants, for the Super Saints. Taking the really good tackle was Fraser Robb by Brock McDonald. Super Saints fans wanted holding the ball. That didn't come, and we'll get a ball up.
So Osborne, who's been released into the ruck this final term. Schooler goes up early and gets it down. Lovell, Tanner with a blind turn and tries to get it away. Got held on to way too long. Will take the free kick at half back for the Giants. He's got the Jang wide. He goes shorter to Rob, who's still got a Jang. Needs somebody else though, because he's been chopped off by Larkin. He's going to switch the ball back to centre half back. Riley Moore takes the mark. Plays on. A lateral kick out wide is okay. So the opposite side half back flank, Fenton. He comes back towards Schooler. Takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50 for the Giants. They're sort of stuck here at the moment. He goes towards a Jang. That's a terrible kick. Larkins, he can't take it though. Neither can a Jang because it's going to run out of bounds. And it will be a throw in. Left half forward for the Saints.
I reckon Alex Tator and Greg Mellor could meet sort of somewhere on the wing, shake hands and say, I don't think we're getting anything else out of this contest.
Yes, I'd love to go to Blackman's. That'd be great.
Or someone else gets injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Tap down Schooler from behind from the boundary throw in. Cade Lovell ran around the footy, then picked it up, released a nice handball to a Jang, was able to shrug off Larkins, found some separation, and then a short kick marked by Symes. Symes got it just slightly forward of the wing, broadcast side, wants the corridor with a well-weighted kick for Fraser Robb, and Robb, who's joined from Koroit this year in the Hampden League, gives a handball off. Tanner Lovell been outstanding again this afternoon. Driving a long ball, horny blow or Collins. Collins got an absolute sitter. Time to recover. Handball to Taylor. Turns and snaps and has kicked a goal. Nice finish there from Lockie Taylor. And they kick their 19th of the afternoon and push the margin into triple figures. They're 19-11-125. They lead the Super Saints 3-5-23 on the final quarter. K-Rock Cottage by the Sea scoreboard. Register now for Cottage by the Sea's Winter Warmers campaign. Check out cottagebythesea.com.au to get involved. And it's a 5-point win for Hawthorn for the Leopold Sporties over St Kilda. What odds after 9 rounds that both Hawthorn and St Kilda would be 3 and 6?
That'd be pretty big odds, I'd reckon, King, to be honest. But down there, they're in good form, actually.
They are. They played well last week against the Bulldogs, yes.
Where are the Saints at?
Where are they at? That's not a great result for them.
Back in the middle, Osborne got it down this time. Jang can't take it. Cole, who's running on the ball as well. He picks it up, gets through a couple, handball back to School of Hope for Geelong West. Now Lovell to a Jang, runs through the middle. Osborne puts the tackle on. That's holding the ball.
All day, every day.
Says play on, comes to the back, and I think Osborne got, that's great. Jang got Osborne up in the end. Ben Wolfenden gives it away to Grigsby at centre half back. He goes with a beautiful kick out wide. No mark taken Ryan, but he's got enough time for him and his hair to pick the footy up and go from half forward. Inside was a good kick too, and just taking the mark was Roth, who takes it and gives it away by hand. Lyons, good little step, runs in, 40 out from goal, right foot kick, always going to miss to the near side, and through for one behind. 1 goal to his tally this afternoon, and they go to 3-6-24. St Albans and Geelong West 19-11-125, and that's on the Cottage by the Sea K-Rock final.
2-0 for the kick in. Rob dropped the mark. It was taken by Brogdon, who gave it off to Larkins, who after getting... Oh, there's a bit going on there.
It's going to be reversed, I reckon.
Oh, wow. So now there's a bit of push and shove. I don't think they liked how Larkins was dealt with St Albans after he got rid of the footy, which resulted in the free kick, and it hasn't been reversed, and it has been reversed. So they've missed an opportunity there. Lovell says, well, I'm just going to play on, and he does. He showed a lot of it to Sam Wolfenden, but Symes was able to take the loose footy. Handball on the up to Ty Evans. He gave it to Saw Giovanni. Saw Giovanni sends a kick wide now, looking out there for a teammate in Eastman, who's kicked 5 this afternoon. Symes will win out here, Gadd, and he ran it straight over the boundary line, and insufficient intent has been paid. There wasn't the pace get brought up by that umpire, but there was the quick whip of the hand to say that's insufficient intent.
K-Rock's own, gets it inside 50, horny blow, can't pick it up. Miller right next to him, close to the boundary line. Eastman, Coots for St Albans, chopped off Kelly, short little kick's okay, and Carroll thought about playing on 35 out from goal, but he elects just to stand his ground, go back over his mark, which Joel Grigsby will stand on, and he'll have a set shot for goal in between half forward pocket at the southern end of the ground.
What a kicker, because he had Cade Lovell out the back there on his own, so he was a little frustrated with a non-kick coming to him, but go back and kick the goal.
So Blake Carroll, 35 out, puts it up into the breeze, beautiful. And puts it through for a goal. So the 20th for Geelong West, 20-11-131. They lead St Albans 3-6-24. Cottage by the Sea, K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard. Register now for Cottage by the Sea's Winter Warmers campaign. Check out cottagebythesea.com.au to get involved.
Real punchy 8-iron that one, Jace.
Into the breeze.
3-iron.
Beautiful. Into the breeze.
First goal of his career.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Where's he been? Where's he from, Blake?
No, I don't know much about Blake.
All right, we'll ask Greg after the game.
Hey,
just playing his 4th game.
Going okay.
2nd of the season.
First kick for the day.
$3,750 fine with an early guilty plea for Tommy Atkins. What did he do? Tripped Jason Horne-Francis.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not effectively.
Kicked him 26 times before that.
Just been told that Jack Buckley in a moon boot at 3/4 time.
Not great news.
As they go inside forward 50. Here's a Jang hitting horny blow lace out again. Just St John got injury updates just on the KFCX getting some information. Horny blow went short with a kick that went looking for his skipper Collins. Collins found the loose footy handball to the goal kicker Carroll, who's dumped in a really good tackle by Gadd. Ball locked up, ball up. Now, moon boots can look look worse than what they really are. So
everyone goes in the moon boot now.
St Mary 74, South Barwon 70.
We'll be following up Ron Watt on that one for Carrick football. Quick snap out of the pack, saw Giovanni across the face.
Oh,
Eastman is marked in the left forward pocket all alone, and a chance to kick half a dozen.
Yeah, don't you look at giving this off, Eastie.
Bailey Coots stands about 5 metres from the behind post. Eastman will come out on the J curve, steps 1, 2, 3, snap, and he has got 6. Paddy Eastman with half a dozen, and maybe a trip to Leopold Sporty's coming for him. 21-11, 137. 113 point lead, I should say. 3-6-24 final quarter, K-Rock Cottage by the Sea scoreboard as we've played 12.5 minutes, and there's still time for plenty more for Paddy Eastman as Lockie Horniblow comes past us and wonders why he's not filling his boots this afternoon, and that Paddy
Eastie out of his forward line.
Eastman's taking all the glory.
Well, someone's got to get it to him. He's been really good up the ground, actually, Horniblow. He's taken a lot of marks, that 40 to 55, even sometimes up further higher than 55. So,
I've run out of room in my little column marking for Paddy Eastman.
Osborne gets it down the middle for St Albans. Ball though to Barnes on centre wing. Now towards half forward. Carroll comes out, can't take the mark. Oh, Kirsch, you might get a freak. You might get a ball right into your hands. No, Blake Carroll. Hey?
Wasn't happy with himself.
He wasn't happy, no, because he dropped the mark he should have taken.
Yeah, his little moustache was glistening in the sun.
And we're going to have a boundary throw right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO service stations. We're not going to get a better view than the boundary throw in. Beautiful. Symes takes it out of the ruck, tried to tap it to a Jang. Cordello got a freeing kick, and Pearson takes the mark on centre wing for St Albans. Plays on, goes towards half forward, coming out. Cockrell can't take the mark. McDonald front and centre for the Super Saints. Oh, good tackle. Wing, got him a chicken wing tackle there and held him up. And we'll have a ball up left half forward for St Albans.
13 3/4 minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. I highly recommend the freshly shucked oysters. In the ruck contest, Symes with a big fist, got it forward 15 metres, but it's taken by Cole, wrapped up by Little. He freed the hands, gave it to Brogden through traffic, did nicely, skirted around a couple, and then sent a kick towards centre half forward, playing in front. Nyack, good mark on the chest, and then hit the ground running. Quick kick forward. David Hanley, he set the tone early. He'll turn and kick into space and just say to Lockie Taylor, run onto this loose footy. Steps inside Cordello, handball off. Kelly confronted, released Little, ducked under the tackle of Cole, turned and kicked to Lovell. Lovell short, presenting out for the mark, either Fraser Robb or Max Schooler. And Fraser Robb has taken the mark. 40 from goal, make it 45, just right of centre. A shot coming for Fraser Robb, who has kicked 2 goals since joining the Giants. Playing game number 5, the Koroit product. Can't miss him in those fluoro orange boots. Man on the mark, Joel Grigsby. So he kicked over his head. Rob starts at left, tries to draw it back on the breeze, but can't. It's through for a minor score, and the margin is 114. 21-12. Or 21-11, no. Well, I've got 114 as the margin, but maybe I'm a bit skew with here. 21-11, 137 to 3-7-25. I think they've put the point on the wrong score there. Either way, it's back in the middle with a long kick in, and the ball's back in the hands of the Giants.
Little got away by a hand to Saw Giovanni, gets it to K-Rock zone, goes towards half forward. Eastman, great pick up on the half volley, got it away. Taylor tried to get the handball free, did Kelly. Back towards Nyack, he goes inside 50, dumped after he got the kick away, and Collins will take the resultant free kick. 30 metres out, or 25 metres out, slight angle.
Just to be done tidy now from the Super Saints.
Yep. Just a couple of...
You get to a point, don't you, Kirsch, where you go, there's only so much we can actually do.
Yep. There's a couple down the grounds, a reversal, just a couple of little things here and there, just to go on top of the stat domination by Geelong West.
Collins comes in, goal umpire does not move, puts his first on the board this afternoon, and the 22nd for the Giants. What's the score now, Tom, do you reckon?
I think it is 22-12 to 3-6.
Yeah, 22-12. 144. Yes, that's what they've got. 143 on the Concept Oval scoreboard here at St Albans, so we need to get that rectified. And St Albans 3 6. That's correct. 3-6-24. So whatever way you look at it,
it's a lot.
The Giants are well in front. Cottage by the Sea K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Check out cottagebythesea.com.au to get involved with their Winter Warmers campaign. Cole and Schooler. That's got to be a free kick to Schooler. Cole shepherded him in the ruck contest, and actually Cole's hurt from that. Little picked up the loose footy, was wrapped up in a tackle by Geordie Lyons, who's doing some work on the ball for the moment. Cole got high, won the tap down. Lyons hit at a pace and he bursts away. Good from the Super Saints. Long ball inside 50, not great. Deflects off the shins of Codd. It goes back about 25 metres towards the right back pocket. Evans is there, couldn't take it cleanly. Professionally lets it trickle off his boot and out of bounds in the left forward pocket at the northern end for a boundary throw in. 17 minutes gone in this final term. We'll go around the grounds very shortly for Leopold's Sporties as both Wolfendens come onto the ground at the same time.
So throw in, Schooler for Geelong West up against Nathan Cole. Short boundary throw, and so Schooler double fisted down. Kick around the corner. Ben Wolfenden puts the tackle on K-Rock zone, wants to break away. Sam Wolfenden tracks him, he gets a kick out wide. It's okay. Eastman got the ball on a string, gives it away to Schooler by hand. He goes with a long kick towards centre wing. Sits okay. Lovell goes with a kick towards half forward. Oh, one-hander if you don't mind running back. Lockie Taylor wants to keep going. Hamlin Hanger contender. He goes long inside 50. Cade Lovell goes up. That's a great mark too. That's a Hamlin Hanger contender. He came in from the side and just stood his ground. Went up and took a great mark and will shoot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
St Mary's 80 leads South Barwon 70 at Anthony Costa Oval with 18.5 minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock. So, Cade Lovell.
Yeah, some great offside running there, Jace, too, because no one manned him up for ages, and he ran about 120 metres on his own and got on the end of it. It was terrific running.
So he's going to shoot for goal at the southern end of the ground for the 23rd this afternoon for Geelong West. He comes in, and the helicopter, Stephen Kernahan style, puts it through.
Yep.
So he gets his first of the afternoon, and the 23rd for the Giants. They go 23-12-150. So they cracked the 150, raised the bat, and it is St Albans 3-6-24. Cottage by the Sea, K-Rock, a final quarter scoreboard.
It was interesting, Jace, you said helicopter kick. Indeed, that ball did not actually turn like a drop punt once.
Absolutely. If they were to blow the siren now, it would be the highest. It is now the highest score ever kicked by the Giants against St Albans, and it's the biggest winning margin by the Giants over St Albans. Cole won the tap down. Lyons did the roving again, but this is where it breaks down. His handball partially smothered on its way to McDonald, and that meant his handball was turned over. Kelly, Schooler, Nyack, chance taken high. Surely a free kick will be paid. Just back of the wing on the outer side. Like the ruck work from Cole to Lyons is beautiful to watch, but
that's the next possession from the clearance that they really struggle with.
Sid at Nyack will send a kick into the path of Cade Lovell, who takes it on the bounce, turns and kicks to the wing, sees Riley Moore. Moore will track it towards the boundary line or will roll away, tapped it to his own advantage, and then he realised he wasn't going to be able to retrieve the situation and let it go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So if you're at the ground listening through krockfootball.live, you'll see the scoreboard is now correct to the Giants. It's 23-12-150, but it should be 3-6-24 for the Super Saints. We're into time on. 20 minutes played on the Barwon Foods final quarter time clock.
Bellpost Hill by point over Anarchy. 31 minutes played in the final term.
Oh, wow.
31?
Yep, 31 minutes. The ball, the ruck contest now. School is going to get it back.
The scoreboard just keeps going up every time I look at it.
Let's don't worry about that one. Worry about ours here. Lovell gets it back. Oh, he got held on to. Umpire Jacob Russell right next to him. Can't believe he gave away the free kick, but he did.
Scoreboard operators are trying to work out how to get it back to 3-6.
3-10-28. Here we go. They're going the right way now.
No, 3-11-29.
Lovell, keep going. In here, 50 from goal. The Giants. Oh, there's players everywhere. Look at a Jang. Why would you leave a Jang by himself?
Leave anyone on their own side forward 50, Jace, is the question.
And he will, Emmanuel will shoot for his third this afternoon, 30 outside angle.
Just an update on Tyler Watts. It was a little bit hard to determine what exactly he'd done, but he's got a big bandage or compression sleeve on his left knee, so hopefully that's nothing too serious for the Giants.
Thanks, Birchie.
Birchie, can you just grab Paddy Eastman before he goes back on and just see if he can clarify what his career high is, just very quickly. Maybe even just go and stand next to him. Oh, he's going to get replaced, unfortunately.
We need another one.
His previous best was, Birchie, what was his previous best?
It was 4, so he's well and truly above that, but I said don't stop now, get another one.
Ajang missed and the margin is 127. 23-13, 151, place 3-6-24. They've put a cricket score on them this afternoon. Probably be hard to defend on this ground though, 150. Short kick into the right back pocket and Fletcher Keck hasn't stopped trying all afternoon. He's got it in the right back pocket. He goes short to Gadd. Gadd goes short. Rather Ben Wolfen, I should say, goes short with a left foot kick. And the mark taken by Howarth. Howarth goes short to Keck. And they're still inside defensive 50, but they've had 4 possessions. Now this kick will go back to Grigsby, almost at the top of his defensive goal scorers. They look to change things up. Grigsby with a bounce, the big fella, loping away, Matthew Allen style, and then a kick into space. It's got too much on it for Cordello, although the bounce was favourable, but he had a fumble just in the opportune time. Riley Morgan has a couple of words to him, then puts him on his backside and gives away a free kick.
Stupid.
Yeah, Riley just had to keep running away. Nothing to be gained. Cordello, he's kick poor, school up, fumble, handball release, Hanley, he gave a handball, Rob confronted, had his handball knocked down by Wolfenden, who fought hard, head over at Joe Osborne, ball not coming out, ball up, true centre wing. 151-24, score updates please. What's happening, Jace? What's especially at Anthony Costa?
So 23 minutes played, St Mary's 86, lead South Bowen 71. So they're done, I think.
That might be over.
I think that's over.
Tap down Osborne, roving Barnes though for the West. So Giovanni gave it back to Barnes. Barnes on the outside of the right boot for Tanner Lovell. It'll bounce in front of him and also Gadd. Gadd took the front position, was he held on to? Umpire didn't see it that way. Bursting through the other way, Cade Lovell to help out Tanner. Now Ty Evans. Ty Evans' handball too hot for Cade Lovell, although he kept it into the boundary line. Gave it back to Evans. Evans tight in the pocket. 40 from goal. Pulls the trigger on the kick. Long ball. Eastman! Oh, gave away a free kick. Went looking for the Hamlin hanger to go on top of his half a dozen. The career high for him this afternoon. And he gave away the free kick, and Harry Howarth will take it in the left back pocket. That would have just capped the afternoon.
He forgot to put his hands up though, Kingy.
I was going to say, there was no way he was going to mark that.
Russell dropped
the mark, turned it over. Symes makes them pay.
Mark to watch.
And Symes kicks his first of the afternoon with a turnover. And that is the day in a nutshell, unfortunately, for St Albans. They've tried hard. They look like at times and stages they've looked like they can do something, but in the end it's just turnovers, and the Giants go to 24-13, 157. They lead St Albans 3-6-24. Coached by the C. K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard.
85 plays 84 Inverleigh Corio.
Yeah, I think that might be
I don't know. I think it's still going.
Yeah, I think it is too. Wow,
who's up?
Inverleigh by a point.
Oh.
What about North Geelong beating Thompson by a point?
Jeez. That's finished, is it?
Yes, it is.
Wow, there's some great results in the GDFNL. Back in the middle, Peter Riccardi's had a pretty solid start. They pushed Bannockburn all the way last week. We'll get a secondary ball up. 133 the margin at the 25-minute mark. Ball spills to the side of the pack. Kelly's gone into the midfield for the moment for the Giants. Goes looking for Symes. Worked under the footy by Keck. Keck will track it back towards half-back. Can share it by hand with Brooks. Instead goes with a neat little kick, although it wasn't too neat. He put it straight to Cade Lovell, who goes now looking for Ajang. Ajang is marked. Where's Eastman? That's where our eyes are now. Eastman providing a lead. Ajang will look to honour that lead.
There he
Eastman
is.
on the lead. Yes! Eastman. 40 out from goal.
That's 50. Get him.
We'll look for a shot on his 7th.
Kingy, I had a feeling you'd look for him because when he took that previous marker, Jang celebrated and then put his arms up again when he kicked the goal, so I thought I bet it's going to him.
Yeah, he's a long way out though, to be honest.
Kick.
You need to start at left-hand goal post.
Might be a little bit of Eddie Betts.
Not confident.
Eddie hocking candy here around the man.
No, he's going to kick to the pocket and wants Horny blow. Grigsby worked him under the footy with a push.
Too selfless.
Yeah, maybe the distance was going to test Paddy Eastman there.
Got the crowd excited though. Well, the three in this box.
That's right. Horny bloke sends it back to about 30 out from goal. There's two lining up. Neither could mark, though. Good defensive work done by Ben Wolfenden. Forced a spillage for Keck. Keck to McDonald. Handballed it straight to Max Kelly. Max Kelly with a driving ball to the top of the square. Blow the siren. This has gone to absolute shambles. Grigsby with a clearing kick from defensive 50 straight to Tid at Nyack. And Nyack's got it 55 from goal. He goes short, and Max Kelly stretches and marks 53 from goal. He turns and kicks. Down low, David Hanley can't reel it in. Picked up by Cole. Cole a handball, and Russell will get the Super Saints outside defensive 50. Cue the Benny Hill music.
Pothole, can you go press the siren, please?
It goes over the top. Wolfenden Ben takes it now, goes into the middle of the ground. Rofford sits for him okay. He picks it up on the half volley. Is nothing inside 50. It needs to be a goal. And you know what? He's missed it. Through for one behind. So it was an open 50 for St Albans, and they still missed it. Will Roth kicks it behind. 3-7-25. They trail the Giants 24-13, 1:57. We have played 27 minutes in the final term of the Barwon Foods time clock.
Long kick in, a Jang flew high but just couldn't hang on to it. Taylor knocks it to his own advantage. Did okay. Got a little shepherd from Carroll. Handball over the top. Little fumbled. The handball just didn't get to him, but Little did okay. Handball back into traffic. Saw Giovanni. Taylor on the bounce. Wonderful handball to Carroll. Carroll sees something he likes. Puts it in front of Collins. Took it on the bounce. Shared it by hand. Where's Eastman? Kelly goes looking for him. Here's Paddy. This is gettable. This time for number 7. As he confirmed to Jane Birch, 4 was a career high coming in. He's got 6. And a chance for a 7th. Playing career game 164. They'll mob him if he kicks his 7th. He'll kick from 40. Eastman has shanked it to the left. Will it work back enough? No, he's missed.
And his chances.
Bag him. 6 goals, 2. Margin, again, 133 points. 24-14, 158, 3-7-25, 28.5 minutes gone. The only reason we want this game to keep going is the Paddy Eastman factor.
And Keck plays on from fullback. It's to Howarth. Plays on now. Short little kick.
Looks like Belpo still have beaten Anarchy by a point.
Making Gad short to Coots.
2 1-pointers in the GDFNL this afternoon.
Now cross half forward, Ryan can't take the mark. Handball comes back, the Giants inside 50 now. Carroll goes up over the back. Tanner Love will finish it off, usually does. And, well, he helicopters it as well.
And a draw. Cryo and Inverleigh.
No way.
85 apiece.
Tanner Lovell has kicked a goal. So everybody's worried about what else is going on. Tanner Lovell's kicked his 3rd. Who cares what's happening here now?
Correct.
So they just turned the ball over St Albans at half back again, and unfortunately for them, Tanner Lovell made them pay. 25-14, 164. The Giants, St Albans 3-7-25. Cottage by the Sea, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard. Register now for Cottage by the Sea's Winter Warmers campaign. Check out cottagebythesea.com.au to get involved.
This is probably where the score is reflective of the game, to be honest, Jace. And you said before they've tried hard. Unfortunately, trying is not a stat. So that would be the stat they could nearly get a win in, but...
Back in the middle, Kelly's getting his hands on the footy late, held the handball back now into space. Ty Evans has had a big afternoon, just fumbled it, and he was happy to see it roll to the boundary line. I reckon he stuffed Ty Evans. He would have blown up the GPS this afternoon. He's probably not moving at 100%. The Giants, well, they will look to square the ledger when they play North Shore next week. This is only their 2nd win of the year, which just concerns me that the team that's only won 1 game against a team that hasn't won a game is winning by 139 points. Could be a long year for the Super. Well, it's going to be a long year for the Super Saints. Russell, a handball. Brooks, McDonald, great tackle brought to ground. Cade Lovell has been really good this afternoon. A sling tackle, though, is a decision by the umpire, and he'll take a free kick. Bock McDonald.
Adam Garner has 8 for Colac this afternoon too.
Wow.
So they're leading by 95 points against the Shories. Ball goes up. Nyack goes up at half back. Riley more at the handball. That was good. He'll be happy with that, Kirsch. He gets it to Little. Little then he set his teammate up to into the tackle pretty easily. Evans it was at half back. So they're going to be a ball up. Mercy rule will have to come shortly. How long have we been playing on the Barwon Foods time clock? 31 minutes. Come on.
Big schoolers in the handball only.
Oh, he's in the handball only as well. Okay, ball.
Monday to Friday group.
There it is. There's the siren. End of the game. The Giants, they get another win, 25-14. 164 they defeated St Albans, 3-7-25.
Comprehensive is the best way to describe the performance, and clinical as well, and that's a performance that will hearten Coach Greg Mellor. They have put St Albans to the sword after taking control of the game early. They haven't petered out in this one. They've ensured that they come away with a big victory that will help their percentage that was at 83%. They improved to 2-3. A clash with North Shore for the Ronsells Cup next week ahead of the bye. They'll look to get back to square with the ledger ahead of a massive clash with Newtown and Chilwell after the break. For St Albans, they've got South Barwon before the bye, and you would suspect they're playing Grovedale in round 7 for a clash between two teams that will be 0-6 going in, with no disrespect to the Tigers, who have lost to Leopold this afternoon, and a game next week that they are also probably not expected to take the 4 points away from. Let's go down to Jane Birch, who's got the very, very busy Tanner Lovell with her. Down to you, Birchie.
Well, Tanner, a very comprehensive win there by the boys, and you showed your strength through the midfield. You had several players that could go through there and dominate at those clearances.
Yeah, we definitely feel like our midfield's one of our strengths, so we just try every weekend, make sure we're positive in clearances. We got Tyler Watts as the ruckman, and then had Mac in there today. First game we did really well, so yeah, just trying to make sure we make use of that strength, because we feel like we could run with most teams in the midfield. And
it looks like this year you've got a really good balance, and you've got sort of pillars at both ends, and obviously that strong midfield, but with more dominating down back, and then you've got Horniblow as a real focus with Collins up forward. It's sort of looking like a really even spread and really good structure going forward and defensively as well.